And now, the main event, where tonight's entertainment is the review of entertainment. We like movies, we like television, and we like overthinking it. Introducing the podcast of critics.
Oh, I was supposed to start. I thought you were going to do the little intro.
No. Sure, we'll do it. Hello and welcome to the podcast of critics. I'm Garrett.
I'm Ashley.
And we're joined by who?
Addie, I think.
Yeah.
Last time I checked.
And we're covering what movie today, Addie?
The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
And what was that? You just came up with a beautiful subtitle.
The War Awakens.
Yeah, buddy.
That's pretty good.
Activate.
Oh, because it's like it's been going on, but now it's awakening.
Okay.
It resurfaces its gnarly head.
Was that used in anything, or did you just come up with that?
No, it's just the subtitle I wrote as we were watching the movie. Right.
That's actually so good. You're
Right
such
when
a
we
writer,
started.
dude.
Oh my God, I have a degree in English. Did y'all know?
Yeah, we did
I
actually.
don't know if I mentioned it.
We only have qualified guests on this podcast. It's in our description or whatever, like certified critics, certifications pending.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
on our website or something.
They're still pending.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in it. Do we want to do like an overarching vibe first?
I want to ask, because I'm keeping with my kind of theme because I'm approaching all of these from an outsider perspective. I didn't watch these. I didn't care about them. I'm still kind of neutral on them at best. I'm like, they're good.
He's liking them.
I'm liking them
loves
fine.
them.
I
have video evidence.
No, I have a take at once we finish this whole series of where I think I'm going to land on him. But taking us back to 13, I guess, with this one. Okay.
2014.
We're 17, we're 16, 17. What was the vibe with coming into this one being the Return of the Jedi, being the third, the Breaking Dawn, whatever you want to call it, as we're wrapping up this whole series? What was the vibe going into it at that time? Do y'all remember?
At that time, we were hype.
Hype as hell.
Yeah,
That's
we were hype
exactly
as
what
fuck.
I was going to say. Like, we were so ready to see everything on the big screen.
We were a little terrified because we did go into it knowing it was split into 2 parts, right?
Yeah,
And
what's the reaction to that? Did y'all, at that time, were you like, I don't know about that, or what?
Yeah, so I guess I
Not
was
thrilled.
apprehensive, and I was also not thrilled because I knew it wasn't going to end on a happy note, right? Like, because that book, rereading it now, I barely
Remember
recollect.
it?
Whatever word the fuck that was. Yeah, I barely
both
remember reading it the first time, and so I just kind of know that to a certain extent I blocked it out. But even reading it now, like, they're just dread of like where it was gonna end. Even though like now I know where the movie ends for sure. Like I knew exactly what scene it would end on.
Yeah.
Shout out to how it should have ended for really cementing that shit in my brain, because how it should have ended was also very big back then.
Big
I miss
2010s.
them. I miss them.
They're still around, I think, but yeah, not nearly as consistent.
Yeah, Captain America throwing his mighty shield is still my favorite.
I'm
of theirs.
Batman.
That too. But anyways, just to throw it back all the way to that era. But the ending of this movie, I watched this prior to watching it with you guys tonight, just to kind of be more prepared for this episode, and it was awful. It was very traumatic. It was tragic. Like, it's beautifully tragic, but it is tragic.
Beautifully tragic.
Does it end, like, is this where if you were going to break it up into 2 and you're given the task to do that, does it end about where you would end it in the book, or would you choose a different point to end it?
Selfishly, no, it doesn't end here. There's a different point.
A later point?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would end it later.
Selfishly, there's a later point. Realistically, and for dramatic effect, they were right.
Okay.
So, like, if, like...
I think I didn't like how it ended.
No.
I didn't either.
No.
No, I mean the whole thing.
The whole movie itself. Yeah.
The whole
whole
series?
series.
The
yeah.
whole series.
Oh, no, I was pissed about that, too.
That's the thing
Really?
about
Yeah.
Mockingjay, because we went into it and we were like, oh, this is one of the least liked out of
Yeah,
the trilogy.
yeah.
But it's not that it's not well written or like good themes or anything. It's the choices that Suzanne Collins makes. the points she tries to make.
Oh yeah, and then I also think that because the first two were so good, we expected, because we got like, I think we got book 1 and book 2, and then movie 1 pre book 3 coming out.
Oh, so book 3 is written in between while waiting for movies.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think also we were so hype about book 1 being so close to the book.
Yeah.
And then finding out shortly thereafter that movie 2 was so close to the book. And then expecting a hype ass book 3. And the book itself, I remember it falling flat, and like I threw the book. Like that is my toxic trait. I get paperbacks for this reason because I sometimes I just know that the emotional damage will be too much. I will throw a book.
So it wasn't bad. Y'all just were like upset by
The series itself.
Okay, it was just upsetting in an emotional sense,
Oh,
not in a this is bad way.
No, but also not in like this is bad, but in like a
How did we get there?
Yeah, I don't know if I would have done that as the writer. I don't know if I would have made those choices. We could have maybe made similar points, but differently. It's also like as the reader, sometimes you want it to pay off to some extent.
Oh yeah,
it's like, this good thing that I thought that we had, actually no. Like these books are not going to end on a happy note.
I'm kind of excited that I know
it is good. It's good in a way.
Only big spoiler I know is that Prim dies and Coin is kind of evil. That's kind of all I know about where things are going. Those I'm okay with those.
Well, as an adult, we are now too.
And I think
like,
those
in fresh eyes as an adult, going back now and not being 16, 17, and having been in the world and experienced a lot of the most recent current events. And living through all of those, I think that it makes sense. I get it. There was a point, and I get the message now. I was too young back then to get it. I think.
Is it just the same feeling of like the end of Harry Potter where she kills off half the supporting cast and stuff, and you're just like, as a kid, you're like, man, those are all my favorite characters, and they're dead now.
Nope.
Not for me.
Nope.
I love that. I love the willingness.
Yeah, no, I love a tragic
that's not
ending
the
too.
problem.
Yeah, the fact that it made me devastated, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm cool with devastation.
That was good. I think I don't agree that Coin was evil. Like, I'm watching it again, right? And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I feel like what she did. And I know I would love to have more conversation.
It's in the next
on this
movie,
with you,
so save some of it for the next episode.
Well, actually, it comes up in this one. So a lot of how life is, for how much time we spend in District 13 in the bunkers of it, it is not as well done as the book explains. And I think this is why we got to the point where we did when we get to the end, where we are confused as fuck as to how Coin is evil. Because Coin is so much softer
in the movie.
In the movies. And I think that that's part of it. I think we get a little bit of strength out of her, but we don't see the full. And then what's nuts about that to me is because the books are written solely in Katniss's perspective, I expect an unreliable narrator. I expect that it's not going to be...
That she doesn't pick up on things or whatever.
Yeah, I expect to have missing information. Mm-hmm. And even with her limited viewpoint in the book, I still fully grasp... And I don't know if this is because I have trauma.
Yeah.
But I still fully grasp because District 13 is so militaristic.
Yeah.
In the book, and it is very strict. Their schedules are tattooed onto their arms per day, and they have to follow it basically to the letter. And then it washes off by the weird technology at the end of the day.
As you could see in the movie, there's no reason they can't have color. They just they don't have color. Everything's in gray.
Food is highly rationed in the book, in District 13. And I think the only thing that we get of rationing, which is the only one that really makes sense too, is the oxygen being rationed when they're in the bunker. Mm-hmm. But it's rationed all of the time. Like food is constantly rationed. Big difference here that the book has versus the movie, and I'll get into it when we get there. But Effie does not exist in the books.
She's not part of the crew.
She is not there.
Okay.
It's actually her prep team, and we're much more.
That made more.
Okay. And they were more like foreign animals, honestly.
Yeah. And so
like,
her prep team is imprisoned actually over stealing a slice of bread.
Yeah.
And that.
So there's more setup
there.
to.
Yeah. Okay. You have way more context for how Coin gets to be evil, or it's not a surprise that Coin is evil at the end. So when PETA says on that broadcast where he says, "Know who you're working for. Can you trust who you're working for?"
That's about the most setup it gets in this one.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense when he says it in the book, because at that point you have seen the people be imprisoned for the stealing of the bread. You've seen like the rationing of the food. You've seen the rationing of everything.
Yeah.
And life is so restrictive. And she even says in the book, life is like living in District 13 is almost worse than living in 12. And that, like, to me, tells me everything I need to know about how awful Coin actually is, and how she is just the other side of the coin of Snow.
Yeah, right. Like on the nose with that one, but
great.
yes.
Yeah.
So that is something that we're deeply, deeply missing in plot, that I wish we weren't.
Well, see, I liked it. I agree. It sounds like a lot of it is missing, but I think there is. Again, going back to, I described the first movie a lot as being efficient, if you'll remember, and like across that whole episode.
It's true, it was efficient.
Yeah, and same thing in this one, where like you really only get a handful of lines, like PETA's in there, or you get Coin just kind of being a little bit of a bitch here and there. You get her being stuff like, go back to your schedules. I interrupted your schedule for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That is all I'm allotting to like even just tell you what's going on and get back to work.
They drop little kernels of that truth in there, of those ground truths, but they don't. This is one of the times where they tell and not show you, and I think I would prefer a little bit more showing. That's
what I'm saying. I think it's the opposite.
I think
it's the opposite. I think they show a lot of that and they don't exposit any of that to you. That being said, as you're going into the details with the book, I don't know that I would have wanted any of that exposited to me more, but I think it's shown to me pretty well visually.
Yeah.
Like I get it.
Like you're saying what the gist of what they're trying to do, and Garrett agrees that they get that across, and maybe they don't need all of that written. I feel, in spite of it all, I don't know. Like, come on, they live underground.
It's justified. It's all justified. Yeah.
They live underground. Everything's very strict. Coin lost her husband and daughter in a
the only reason they stand
epidemic,
a chance is because she's like regimented them into.
She's so regimented.
Yeah.
So I think it would have been better if they had added a more nuance of like, who gets us through the war is not necessarily who needs to lead us
out of it
into the new era, which that happens, but they're trying to be
it's very
Coin
historical.
Is just exactly like Snow.
It's like how Churchill was like a great wartime leader and then an absolutely shitty prime minister.
Oh yeah,
in the 50s
Grant
and stuff
as
well.
Yeah, Grant. Yeah, it's. I mean, those people aren't necessarily historical villains unless you're Indian, but so in that sense, like Coin doesn't even necessarily need to be a villain, as I guess she turns out to be, but
I also think
so she could be more nuanced, like you're saying.
I think that also speaks to how trauma works, and I think this book and this whole movie, this particular one, really speaks to trauma, but it speaks more so to a survivor's instinct of like, what you do to survive is not what you do to thrive, and you definitely hit it with that. So I think that we're seeing that played out. I think it's more nebulous.
Yeah, more nebulous.
Yeah.
And to be fair, we haven't watched the second half of it yet.
I haven't read the second half of the book.
I haven't reread
I haven't
the book.
seen it yet. No.
Yeah, no, we're staying true to this one. We're trying not to derail into 6 hours of diatribing.
It could be more trauma based though, because the way it happens with Katniss at the end.
Yeah,
where
I
it's
agree.
Katniss like taking her last opportunity to have any control or influence, but not to get ahead like that.
But speaking of trauma, we start the movie off
with the trauma.
Sure,
with a
great
PTSD.
way, great pivot, great segue. Yeah,
Thank you. I try.
Grounding exercises she does.
So she's doing these grounding exercises, and she says start simple, start with something true, start with what you know, and it's basically my name is, and I am.
My name is what? My
name is who?
Are you doing Meghan Trainor?
I think
my
I was.
name is no.
My
My
name
sign
is
is no.
no.
My number is no. You need to let it go. That was honestly such a.
Oh man.
That was 2016. That was such a good song when it came out.
Wow.
Sorry about that one.
I know
It's all
she's
in the
canceled
same
now,
era.
but
Yeah.
god damn.
Yep.
Anyways, sorry.
Is
Going
Meghan
back.
Trainor canceled?
No, she's fine. She's a Spy Kid now.
No, she's skinny now.
She is canceled for being skinny, for turning against the tide.
It was all about that bass until it wasn't.
Yeah, right? Where'd the base go?
Well,
Where's the base at?
she used it to secure what's his face. And we go see her go to Finnick. So in the books, Finnick is cracked. Finnick is burnt out and traumatically cracked. And I don't know if I like it better that he has more wherewithal here or not.
I don't like. I'm gonna say it, and like you might give him more of a pass because you are you relate to these characters. I think both of you do than I do, but like I do not like Finnick in this movie. I think Finnick is.
No, I don't love it.
You don't like the white ally male representation that you're getting?
That's a little projecting.
That's funny. That's funny. Oh ha ha. I don't like that he's a dramatic bitch. I don't. They give him these very like poetic lines that like in book form I can see being very good tattoos and very good little
they're excellent tattoos.
You know what I mean? Like what does he say here? Because he's like I wish she was. We're talking about
He
Addie.
says, I wish she was dead. I
I
wish
wish
they
they
were
were all
dead.
dead. I wish we were too.
We were too.
Right, yeah. Now that's great. If I'm reading that, I'm like, oh man, that's so powerful. If I'm hearing a guy say that, I'm like,
Is it just because he's pretty?
no, it's because it's a silly. It's because
Like, is this the opposite of pretty privilege for you? Because
no,
you don't like pretty guys.
No, I honestly don't even think he's that pretty. I think he's a very like.
I don't even think he's pretty,
I don't
guys.
think he's.
The denial is a river in Egypt, brother.
I don't even think he's pretty.
a river in
Sam
Egypt.
Claflin, one of the prettiest men on the world.
He's just a guy. He's a handsome dude.
No,
I don't know.
He's
Yeah,
not
you know.
just a guy.
We're
He's
on one
literally
tonight.
just a guy. Hit him with your car.
Wait till
Actually,
Natalie
don't.
Dormer comes up, and then we'll.
Whew, what'd you say earlier, Garrett?
Ooh, no. Don't make him say it. Please, we're going to get canceled.
I said I'm giving this movie 2 stars because.
No, maybe we shouldn't
no,
say
actually,
it.
don't let him say it. Don't let him say it. Don't let him say it.
Y'all don't get that one.
She didn't get him out. That's all.
Y'all don't get that one.
Anyway, I don't think that he's. I just find if I'm hearing those words spoken in a movie, unless it's the Hunger Games world.
Would you prefer, like, Samuel L. Jackson or Morgan Freeman saying it to you? Like,
no,
do you just need a better voice?
No, not even. It's not
Because
even
you didn't
that.
like his voice either.
It's not even.
while we were watching it.
I thought he was fine.
No, you
His accent-
full on said you're like he's the only one who talks like this.
And that's what I'm saying.
I think he meant.
No, I'm not talking about voice. I'm talking about. I'm talking about language. I'm talking about how
I didn't dig into it when we were sitting there.
He is
I was upset.
No, that's fair.
I took offense.
No. He's the only one. As fantastical and like sci-fi dystopian as Hunger Games is, everyone in it, other than a handful of characters like maybe Snow and some others, speak in a relatively grounded way. They're talking like how, more or less, how normal people talk. Then Finnick comes in and says some like deathly poetic shit like, I wish they were all dead. I wish we were dead too. Or what is the thing he says? Like, it takes 10 times as long to build yourself as it takes them to break, or whatever. I'm like, no one talks like that.
No, that shit slapped.
No,
I'm
that
not saying
shit
it doesn't.
slapped.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't slap, but I'm saying it is in a grounded world. No one talks like that.
But he's also
we
trying.
would say something like that.
We say that kind of shit all the time to each other.
Like, it wouldn't be the delivery.
You honestly also deliver them kind of the same way he does. So
You
I
do.
don't know why you're hating so bad.
Yeah, you would do that.
I just find it.
It takes 10 times as long to put yourself back together as it did to fall apart in the first place.
I don't know. I don't.
See, like, dog,
That was you.
It's-
That you would be like that.
That's the impression. That's how I would say it.
you do deliver shit like this regularly.
Right, and I know there are people. Thank you, but there are people, I guess, who are capable of that kind of like speech. It's fine.
You just don't have
Well,
enough context for him, I think.
it
And I
just,
think that is a point to the plot, is that with Finnick specifically, we spent so little time with him.
I thought he should have died in the last movie. I really think he should have died in the last movie.
Well, you might get your wish in the next one.
Okay.
Shit.
I think he should have been killed by the monkeys. That made the most sense to me.
Well,
I don't know what happens.
no, I think you're right, Ashley. Because what you were saying about giving him a pass, I would only give him a pass because I know how charismatic he is. Mm-hmm. This is a high charisma character out of all the characters in the book. And he's often
warrior poet.
Yeah, he's kind of compared to PETA in terms of like, he knows how to work the audience. He knows how to talk to people.
Yeah, and this is also somebody who is used to schmoozing people with his words. Like
showmanship.
And part of that is we get into it at the very end when he's doing his little monologue.
The distraction, broadcast.
Broadcast. And I don't know why this like went over my head back in the day. Probably because I was a fucking kid. He was fucking trafficked. Like
yeah,
bro was trafficked. And like but the thing is he flat out says he was a slave, and it just didn't. I don't know.
Didn't process at the time.
Clearly, I blocked this movie out. I blocked this book out. It was a time.
No, yeah,
but
he traded his body for secrets,
and it wasn't by choice that he traded his body.
He was pimped out by the Capitol.
Yeah. Snow specifically pimped his ass out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pimped his ass out.
He did. That's canon.
But I think to get out of those situations, he had to be a smooth talker to get some semblance of control.
Okay.
And so this is on brand for him, and these kind of isms are on brand for him. But we have very little context.
Yeah,
we have very little context, and that is a point against plot.
He's the
only
is a
point against
for sure. A whole
both
point.
This movie and the last.
He's just the only character around too in this group, I guess, who it just takes me out of it. It's just a little thing that takes me out of it, and I'm like, I'm not as moved by these lines because they're the only lines like that. I guess is the thing. Anyway,
we gotta moves and counter moves. That doesn't feel.
Yeah, that was also.
It's that's a little more classic villainy, and he's also echoing something that what's his face said. Next we meet Boggs. We meet Mahershala Ali, who's great. This is probably like kind of early in his, not career, but like another one of these like great actors, right? Who just like randomly shows up in this. To me, great friggin' actor. Love this guy. And he's very calming presence, honestly. I feel very safe when he's on screen. I'm like, we're okay. She's okay. She's gonna be okay.
Yeah, no, that's the character, 100%. I was watching it, remembering the details of how like sweet Boggs is.
So this is another person, and I wrote it down near the end, where we have a lack of connection to him, and this is purely because his plot points are taken out. That Boggs is more of a stable factor for her. Like he is like her assigned bodyguard.
Father figure almost.
Yes, yeah.
Like really giving that vibe when he said that in the group about her makeup. Like, you're making her look like a 35-year-old woman. She's still a girl.
Yeah.
And he specifically has a memory of her of like when he felt most connected to her when they have that room moment. And that is like the first time she sees him as anything more than her military bodyguard, because she's like, oh, I remember seeing him at Chow Hall or whatever.
When does that happen?
In the book.
It's in the book.
She says, I remember seeing him at the Chow Hall with a little girl. So this is a girl dad, like, you know what I mean? So
he is giving girl dad.
And OG, we love him. And then we meet Coin, who is Julianne Moore. I wanted to point out
another like, you know, like a great actress again, who's just like, oh, you're in this.
Yeah, okay, but cool. Very stark difference in appearance for her, I think, especially because I didn't fully recognize her until I had to look up who these actors were, and then I was like, holy shit, that's her, because she has also done. I clicked the wrong thing. She has also done crazy stuff. The one thing that really like sticks out to me, because this one is just a really funny one for me, is Crazy Stupid Love. That's the one where
is that Steve Carell?
Steve Carell.
Gosling.
She's married to Steve Carell. She's in that one. She's in Jurassic Park: The Lost World. She's in many other things.
The thing I know her from, and this is a very stupid.
She's the villain in Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
Okay, I haven't seen that one yet. The thing I know her from, and it's a very stupid thing to know her from, is I think a TV movie called The Game Change or The Game Changer, where she's with
Game
Woody.
Change she's playing Sarah Palin.
She's plays Sarah Palin, and it's like there's a dramatization of Sarah Palin joining the McCain campaign.
She makes a good Sarah Palin.
She was a very good Sarah Palin.
Yeah, I bet
Woody
she
Harrelson
was.
is in it as McCain's campaign manager, and he hates her.
That's
it's a very
valid.
It's a pretty fun little double act they have in there.
And I really like that Effie calls attention to it when Effie meets her, and he goes, or that hair could use some resurrection. Like, just
she looks.
honestly,
even her look is kind of enough to set her up as like I don't like you.
Yeah,
She's,
very crisp, like
she's
cold.
all gray. She's completely
Yeah,
monotone, and
yeah.
I think that's because she lives in the gray.
I'll speak to that too, just in terms of production.
Love what you just said, Ash.
Yeah.
She does. She lives in the
gray. Wow. But I love speaking of the gray, I love the costuming, and I do love the aesthetic of 13. I like that it really does look like this rundown bunker that they're...
Whole time it's the Marriott in Atlanta.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We go back to the Marriott.
Let it go.
This movie has 2 sets, and they're both the Marriott Hotel in Atlanta. Which, you know what? Respect for shooting this $1 million movie on on a strict budget, apparently.
Yeah, for real. I mean, well, that's how they got those big name actors.
Well,
True.
so I will say I did look this up too as well, and I did it. Let me get through this first scene first before I get into it.
Okay.
The next scene is of Katniss leaving. Coin is like, I don't know why. We probably should have gotten PETA'd. Like, she's not it.
She's talking, yeah, because she's like, they want her to be the Mockingjay, whatever the fuck that is, which is just Plutarch's concept of a revolutionary leader. She's like, you left PETA behind, fuck you.
I want to say that this is my overarching theme of this movie. Plutarch is the crux of this movie.
Mastermind Plutarch, game making all the way through.
Yeah, you and I, Addie, we both hyped up at the moment when he starts going off to Coin about how this is what she needs to do. She needs to she starts laying out the groundwork for the plan the same way he was to Snow in the last movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Exactly
the same
the
guy.
same.
He's no matter where he is in terms of his allegiance or his whatever role he's playing, he's the same dude, same approach. Just love the consistency of character with him. I'll just say, just with his character in particular, I like the fact that even though, and this goes for a lot of the characters in this, talking about living in the gray, is even though they're on the quote unquote good side, he is still this chess master,
Yes.
manipulative, purely in it for the ideology.
100%.
You know?
And I want to say this partly, I think, because he passed away
Yeah.
in, post-production of this.
Well, these were probably filmed same time.
They were
the Pirates and stuff. Yeah.
They did film 1 and 2 congruently,
Mm-hmm.
so there was for them there was no break. They did one whole thing, and so there is a dedication to him in this movie at the end of it, at the first credits.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so, absolutely. But I want his line here that says "There's explaining and then there's showing," and I think that is I'm gonna work a theory here.
Mm-hmm.
That is the foundation of my theory. There's explaining and then there's showing. I will get to it when I get to his next line, but I just want y'all to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he does say no one else can do it but her.
Mm-hmm.
And he really pushes that point to Coin. To Coin.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next scene is they're flying to, they're showing her.
Because he wants to show her, she's she needs to see the devastation
she needs to see
to
District
buy
12.
in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're flying her to District 12.
There's
and
a
we
great
get this
shot here. I just wanna talk.
gorgeous shot. That's where I'm at. That's
Well,
where I'm
no.
at.
Is it when Mahershala walks back through the hangar?
Yes.
Because that's the
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's a great.
gets to
I
say
just
it?
just across this movie, we were saying this whole movie not a lot happens in this movie, honestly, but it's not a boring movie because of that. And despite the limited locations that they are kind of just going back and forth between, the cinematography in this one way better than I think either of the other two, because they kind of bring back the shaky cam. There's a lot of handheld following people, and there's these great static pull out shots, like when they board the little jet thing that looks better than it has in the other ones.
Okay, great.
Leave it to a guy to
I
be
really-
really concerned about the aesthetic design
the
of
aesthetic.
the jets.
Finally,
Well,
no.
remember,
more,
he was so upset about the fucking Humvees. In the
more
last one.
I know.
more so than any of the others. We finally caught up to okay, this is looking like a real dystopian sci-fi movie. Everyone's in
For sure.
Is it just
weird
because it looks like
jumpsuits.
a standard Star Wars shot?
No, it's not a Star
Like,
Wars.
it does look like a standard Star Wars shot.
It does look a little bit like.
That's
I
Leia
love,
seeing Han Solo off.
It's a Top
that's
Gun.
Obi-Wan seeing
yeah,
Anakin
yeah.
off. That's that.
I just like that it stays with him as he just walks, and it's just so cool. It's just we love a badass plane taking off and a dude walks away as it happens behind him. It's a good shot.
It is an excellent shot.
It doesn't need to be. I guess that's what I'm saying. Is it's just in movies like this where it is a big franchise thing, it doesn't need to. People will fucking see it. You know what I mean?
But that one was for the boys. That was for the boys.
Yeah.
You got to do something for the.
But there's a
boys
ton
every
of those.
once in a while, I
There's a
guess.
ton of shots like that throughout this
Jesus.
movie that are just really visually cool. You know?
No, there were some beautiful shots.
More so than I can't think of a shot in maybe it's just because I just watched it, but like the other movies have not like stayed with me visually as much as, and who knows, but I'll change my mind on this one in a week. But
Yeah.
you know.
I know, like, when Katniss was in the stairwell calling up to Prim, and she's looking up, and Prim is a few stairs above her, and like the
lights,
the lighting and the rain and her expression.
Yeah.
Loved that shot.
It's just also very good symbolism of how like overwhelmed she's feeling of like trying to get to
the stimulation,
but also
yeah,
like
yeah.
a breath of fresh air when she finally sees Prim.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
Yeah,
God,
absolutely.
Prim's okay. Like, as long as we have each other, we're gonna be okay.
There's the red lights on like their helmets at the end, and just like a bunch of just really fun visuals throughout this whole thing that that elevate it for me.
The one that I was very struck by when I was watching it the first time was the greenery as they were flying over.
That too.
Yeah.
And you said it looks very American.
It looks
like
like
North
America.
Carolina. So I like it did make me, when I watched it the first time, go look up what where they shot.
it.
Obviously Atlanta,
Georgia.
Georgia, mostly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, because there is an Atlanta, Michigan. There's other Atlanta places.
You're right. Yeah. Paris, Texas.
Yes.
Me and the wife are going to Paris for the honeymoon.
Paris,
Texas.
And then Noonan, Georgia, and Atlanta and Noonan, Georgia were the main sites for just the regular scenes, and then the battle scenes were in Paris and Berlin. Because
that's great.
That tracks.
Berlin?
So we did spend some money. We did spend some money. But I like
Yeah.
that it's so consistent that we believe that it's only one set, like one scene.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I do like that. I did also love. I mean, this is around the time when drones flying with cameras would not have been very good. So it's definitely not a drone shot. Like that is probably either like a very good CGI shot or at minimum just somebody flying over something
In a plane.
Yeah. So that I did want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. And then she goes to District 12.
This is a good scene. Nice and quiet. Just lets it just breathes through it.
Yeah. And I think that's really great for also because there's a lot of dialogue in her head in the book. And I sort of appreciate that we don't get that context because it is very overwhelming to read.
It's her acting.
And she's angsty.
You know.
She's
Yeah.
so angsty at the beginning of that book.
Yeah.
With good reason. She's very traumatized. Don't get me wrong.
Like the PTSD.
Fresh trauma.
Like baby girl has had PTSD from as I called out from book 1.
Yeah.
With her dad dying. She's had that PTSD this whole time. And it's only like trauma attaches to trauma, so it just has gotten worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and even simply living in a place like Pan Am.
Yeah, and
is gonna-
I think we're seeing the culmination of that. Very well done by Jennifer Lawrence. I think she a lot of her facial acting is very good. Her wig slips quite a bit. So we did.
That's a
we did have
production
issues.
point, yeah.
Like to the point we talked about it, and it was really
The color
it
looked
was a struggle.
inconsistent from the lighting.
Before we went into this series, I was like, the wigs bother me.
You did say that. You
the
did say
wigs
that.
are not on point.
The one thing I will criticize about that, as I know like we're just glazing the cinematography, but I would have, and they kind of do it here, where like they like focus on her face and like it pulls in, and, like she's like looking at something horrible, and then it like kind of cuts or pans to like the field of bones.
Yeah, you did not. I mean, we saw the skull, and Ashley and I knew what was happening.
Yeah.
And you were like, what? What is it? What is she seeing?
Yeah, no, well, like I really kind of would have. I guess I would have liked it to have been more sudden, where it's like, and like even like a scare chord, like she's looking, dung, and then it like cuts to like a Shining type shot, a Kubrick type shot.
Because you
of
like The
just,
Shining.
Yeah, but like like just like the boom and like all of us and like
The
it's a
joltiness.
the jolt,
The
yeah.
jolt, which mimics the emotional jolt that you have when you see it.
I would have liked more of
that.
more of
Yeah.
a jolt to the scene. It was a little.
You could have had a little bit
because
more
because
there,
the build up was very very slow, and I was like, oh, I like this build up, and then the climax was like, all right, okay.
Yeah, and what you said in the
Lackluster
moment
finish.
was like, it's good, but it could be better.
Yes.
You're like,
Yeah.
could be better, but good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I do.
I agree with that.
But I do, in a roundabout way, we did get a hard cut to the difference of the desolation of the regular District 12 town versus the Victor's, the
Right.
completely like
Left alone.
untouched.
Yeah.
Just like you're untouched, Katniss, and all of your people are dead. This is a physical representation. Of
Right,
that.
and the symbolic. He leaves the rose presumably Snow leaves his little rose behind
Because he's obsessed with her.
as a taunt. Yeah.
So I like that you aren't sure about it because she's also unsure about it in the book.
If it's the same rose.
Oh, that's true. I remember that.
Because and just to recap Catching Fire briefly, is that he does give her a rose whenever he comes to visit her there in Catching Fire. And I thought, like, is that the same rose? And y'all were like, no, he left a different one, a new one, basically.
Because so she's coming back to like her group because they kind of let her wander on her own.
Yeah.
She's coming back to the group and they're
with
like,
the cat. She gets her cat too.
Yeah, she gets the cat and they're like, "Are you okay? Are you all right?" And she says, "Yes." Yeah, I say, wiping the sweat off my face with my sleeve. "He left me a rose," I want to scream. But it's not information I'm sure I should share with someone like Plutarch looking on. First of all, because it will make me sound crazy. Like I either imagine it, which is quite possible, or I'm overreacting, which will buy me a trip back to the drug-induced dreamland I'm trying so hard to escape. No one will fully understand how it's not just a flower, not even just President Snow's flower, but a promise of revenge. Because no one else sat in the study with him when he threatened me before the victory tour. I wish we got a little bit more of that turmoil, but I'm glad that you got there without this context.
Of like so honestly it sounds ambiguous whether it is whether he is taunting her or whether that is just the one
if
that was
it's
there
just
before.
In her mind.
And I do like that we get a full circle moment with him on screen because this is not really in the book either.
Yeah, it cuts to him getting his hair cut. Yeah.
No, well, at the end when he goes, "Did you like my gift of roses?" And I like that he acknowledges it there as well. It is, I guess it is in the book that he acknowledges it, but he's much more smug, I think, in the movie. And I think that's just a credit to Donald Sutherland just being himself.
And you know what? Thinking about it now, the gesture with bombing District 13 and then sprinkling the roses on top and then him saying, like, "Did you like my roses?" The way it's so similar, it does feel like that move in itself was like, yeah, I did go to the district
and I left you a
rose because I knew you would be back there.
Yeah,
like
and so I did want to point out of the rose itself, there is an iridescent shimmer on them.
Yeah,
glitter.
Yeah, and I do like that. A point to production there, just for keeping
unnatural
that
looking.
Well, and it says in the book too that the roses that Snow wears are like genetically engineered to be smell extra sweet. And Finnick kind of covers it in his little monologue, saying that it's covering up the poison and the blood that he's constantly carrying. And it's something that Katniss immediately clocked in Catching Fire in the book when she met with him, where she was like he reeked of blood and of roses, and she couldn't quite understand why that was. So I like points all around there for that. We do cut to him getting a shave.
Getting his hair cut. He gets a symbolic little cut on his thing, and he's like, "We gotta."
And he
never let them see you bleed.
And he delivers that line. Oh.
Are you saying that's too dramatic?
Yeah.
Yes, I do think it's a little dramatic.
Yeah.
It's a little dramatic. That being said,
but he's the president.
We've seen more of Snow. He's the president. We kind of know he's a dramatic dude.
He's a villain.
He's a
very
villain.
Oh, he's very smug.
Yeah,
very
he's
smug.
What I like about this performance, he's not in this one as much as he was in Catching Fire, but I like how mad he is. But he's the kind of quiet mad. He's the quiet rage in this, which is always more scary, right?
Oh, the calculated rage.
Yeah. Like not even it's not even calculated because he does immediately just execute them all, and he just it's not a good move, right? He's like, control is slipping. Obviously, this is not the thing to do. But yeah, so they execute everybody.
I do want to point out here in this scene too,
declares the Mockingjay whatever.
A threat.
No.
Mockingjay.
Prior to that, when the speech is handed to him, he says,
"Oh yeah, they're deciding on the vocabulary."
He's like, "I refuse to call them rebels. I will not call them rebels." And I just want to point out that nomenclature matters. He chose to call them radicals and criminals over rebels because rebels means that there is a cause that they are.
A cause, yeah. There's something they're rebelling against.
The Rebel Alliance at Star Wars.
We don't want to have the citizens thinking there's anything worth rebelling.
There's a thing to join.
Exactly. And he pulls that further in with his speech of talking about how the capital is the living, breathing heart of Panem and how the rest of the country cannot, or nation, whatever, cannot exist without the beating heart.
Yeah, as if it's a mutually beneficial, symbiotic relationship.
It is not.
When it's not. It's an oppressive regime. And this is actually where I wanted to plug in the fact that the Hunger Games is a banned book in this country.
Yeah.
And
yeah, absolutely. Get into it.
Yeah, and how it's banned because
depending on where you are.
Yeah, depending on where you are.
Yeah, what school district you're in, I guess.
But because of the anti-government themes. Anti-government themes. And it's like, come on. It's so important. Like, I feel like it's very on the nose, very obvious the way Snow is like, you know, we got to call them radicals. We got to, you know,
well, because radicals are senseless, right? Radicals don't have
they're radical.
Senseless violence.
Yeah, they're and he does say senseless violence. He does say, he calls them criminals, and that means that they're not like everybody else. They're like, something is wrong with them.
They don't have genuine grievances.
They're strange, you know. Yeah. They're different, and that's not at all like this is your fellow man, and they're fighting for you too.
Like Antifa, Black Lives Matter. They're violent criminals.
Yeah.
You know, they're just violent radicals. They're extremists.
Yeah. And I think that's something that we are seeing more and more in today's culture that we really need to be more cognizant of. And you know,
it's like words matter, like the framing of a conflict, even if it, you know,
the narrative fucking matters. And whatever that narrative is, if it needs to change, you need to get in front of that and change it. Yeah. If you need to be behind it, then be behind it. Whatever. But I firmly believe that marketing is everything, and this is
kind of that's honestly the big, really the plot of this movie is marketing. Is it truly is like what is the best possible propaganda movie we can make for the revolution? Is it? Surprisingly, the whole plot of this movie, I was not prepared for that to be.
And that goes back to there's explaining and then there's showing. That's exactly what they're doing.
Huge part of war. Huge part of war. And especially right now, we're seeing that play out.
I think it's a very boring part of it is the thing. And I'm just very surprised that they spent a whole movie on it. I had fun. Like, I was entertained. But I'm just saying that,
that's where the subtleties get you. Is how things
it's a great like thing to highlight in the context of this narrative. Like, I'm glad that she chose to devote any part of the story to this element of a revolution.
You were just surprised that was such a main theme.
Yeah, I was like, okay, all right, I guess we're doing this.
Well, it's because Katniss was used. She was a cog in the machine.
Yeah.
But I really liked, I think specifically when she goes to the hospital and she's interacting with these people, and like when we saw her in Catching Fire on the Victory tour.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is a relationship between like what she symbolizes, which she became that out of the pain she was experiencing as an individual in this country, and she became this symbol due to circumstance.
Yeah.
She doesn't like it. She doesn't want to be it. It puts everyone she loves in danger. But the people hunger for it. Like, they crave it so badly. And when they see it, they are just so emboldened. And
as Haymitch says, it works because she's genuine.
It works because she's genuine.
She genuinely feels that way. Well, and it's such a universal feeling across that nation.
People can tell, in real life, whether you're an authentic person or not. And it's very important to have leaders. If your movement is going to gain any kind of traction, one way or another, they can be authentically awful.
Yeah.
And you will gain traction.
Yeah.
Or you can be
like
authentically,
Trump.
like it's.
At least he's an honest asshole.
Right, yeah. And it's like, so am I. I'll do it. I'm all in, whatever. Yeah, So, which is the one thing that Snow, is. The Snow, I think is an authentic person. But I don't know how, I don't know the lore, but how the capital consolidated power is a very
he's not an authentic person, and that's part of he's authentic.
Deeply inauthentic.
Yeah, he's only authentic with Katniss. He doesn't lie to her.
Right, yeah.
But to the general public, he plays the game, and that's what Finnick is highlighting in his diatribe. I cannot stress to you enough how important that little thing was. But
which I kind of hate how it was put in there as well. As I was watching it,
I wish we had the full thing.
I get the purpose.
Finnick's monologue?
The way they cut in between Finnick's monologue and the rescue mission.
Yeah.
His monologue gets lost.
Yeah.
And I wish they had been more intentional about somehow, and I don't know how I would have done it, but I want it somehow better highlighted.
Yeah. We'll come around to it at the end, because I didn't feel it was all that important.
That's what I mean.
That's what.
So
That's
clear,
why.
right,
That's
right.
why.
didn't think
So
it
yeah,
was important.
clearly that's a valid criticism. We'll come around to.
But I do want to point out when Snow was giving his speech, his granddaughter, who notoriously in Catching Fire had started
Has
wearing
the
her
braid.
hair in Katniss's braid, immediately holds on to her braid when he says anyone wearing or associating with the symbol of the Mockingjay is committing a crime. Or
I think she starts to unravel it.
and she
doesn't
does. She
little bit,
immediately
yeah.
starts to take it apart. Not with any sort of like haste.
fervor.
Right,
Just
right.
like,
Just
oop,
like,
I'm
oop.
not
But she's
doing
like,
that.
ooh, he did call this that before. So let
I'm
me
no
just-
traitor.
I think that's a big thing because she, as his granddaughter, as someone who is very well
Is not
protected,
immune, yeah.
is not knows as a child that she is not immune from her very awful grandfather. And
Yeah.
I think that's a huge statement right there.
Yeah. Speaking of traitors, we get to Peta's interview with Caesar, which I'll say, just point of production, I like that Caesar's wardrobe in this is darker. That is very intentional.
What highlights the hair?
And not
Pink
only,
hair?
but it's like, oh, he's he's full propaganda mode in this one. Like he's
Oh,
not
yeah.
bright and colorful. He is very dark. He's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
black suits, like it's a hint of gold maybe, but like that is all you get.
I love how he starts off like, Katniss was arguably one of our favorite
We
tributes.
adored her.
He loved Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting too that this is how, just in writing in general, because this is also in the book, this is how she finds out that Peta is still alive. She has no idea. Nobody knows. Nobody knows where he is.
If we
Nobody knows
left
if he's
him, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And this is how she finds out. And I think it's intriguing too, just the timing of it, of like the game starts being played with Snow. And
Well, and again, this goes back to like I think the theme and point of this whole movie and plot of it is a war of propaganda between like Peta's interviews and stuff. And I like too that this highlights the difference between like the district people, because even Gale, as he's watching this with her, they're both pretty like he's being held at gunpoint to say this shit. He doesn't mean this. Meanwhile, the 13ers are all like, fuck this guy, he's a traitor. It's like they really cannot conceive of tribute, of victor life, of tribute life, of
Of him
district
being
life,
forced
of
to say
having to,
this.
like they cannot conceive.
No, Gale even says that. Gale even says,
not in this
I
first
would
one.
never do this.
Not in the first one.
Okay, not in the first
No,
one.
yeah,
This-
only
this-
when he gets pissy later.
This
yeah.
first
Still,
one. This
he's like,
first
yeah,
one, he's
I'd
like, I'm
never
sure
do
he
that.
has
He gives
a
him
gun
a
to
little
his
bit of
head.
grace.
Yeah.
He is reasonable about it on this first one as a notorious Gale hater and a Liam Hemsworth hater.
You are, yep. I'll take your word for it.
I'm gonna back it up for right now. Just this one time because it's true. He does side with Katniss, and I don't know if it's more so that he's trying to placate Katniss because she is in a fragile state.
He could be.
Because
Reassure
you
her.
see her visibly shaken from seeing him, and she
And
she
from everyone
leaves-
else shitting on him.
Yeah, and she immediately leaves the room. I like how quick she is to be like, he's still playing the game.
Yeah, I loved that.
Right.
And also, even as he's talking, he's like, I know Katniss did not know this was going on when we went into the games. Like,
He's
Katniss-
mostly honest. In this
Yeah,
interview.
and
yeah.
she's looking at him and she's subtly nodding her head.
She's like, "No, I didn't know. I
she's
didn't
like,
know."
Yes, you're right. I didn't know that. And the crowd is like, that's awful. You guys are against us,
Yeah.
It shows a lot of nuance when you're in a situation like this. That, again, just feels so relevant. So much more relevant today than 10 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Yeah, because it's like, if Peta was here, they'd be perfectly fine with him and everything he had to do to get there. But just like they are fine with Katniss, but they can't. Again, they just cannot conceive of the inner workings of the society they're fighting.
Well, it's
against.
like if you're not willing to die by saying, like, I don't believe in this, I don't support it, if you're not going to just take the bullet, then you're a traitor.
Yeah.
Because everyone's lives are on the line.
Well, additionally, I think they've all collectively lived under the capitalist thumb, right? But they've never had the direct thumb. Does that
No.
make sense?
They're literally underground.
They've never had like their them personally have a entity or Snow
Yeah.
fully look them in the eye and be like, you are under
I'm
threat.
killing your mom right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And that's something that's very real to these victors. And Finnick semi-touches on it.
Oh, and he doesn't know that District 12 is gone.
Yes.
Right? So, like, if he knew District 12 was gone, it's like, okay, my family's already dead. He doesn't know that.
He has no idea.
He thinks
Yeah,
they could still die.
at this point in the interview, he has no idea. He doesn't know if Katniss is alive either.
Yeah.
He is at a point where he is just like, nobody knows anything. and I'm just gonna say what I need to survive, and that's and I think that's more so what she means by he's still playing the game. He's still playing the Hunger Games of like I just have to survive.
Yeah. And this is what he's good at. Like he's arguably doing upholding his end of like their team dynamic.
Yeah,
you know?
and he's always been better at the interviews as well. Like we saw it in the first book or the first movie and the second.
He's arguably helping as much as he actually
can
from the position he is in.
Absolutely.
We get what is like a shot-for-shot remake of like the nightmare scene from the last movie too, where she imagines having a nightmare.
She dreams. She has a dream flashback to the nightmares pre-quarter quell. But Peeta's there and he's comforting her, and I like the difference now, and it's highlighted way more in the book of Prim going from being the oblivious little sister, and not necessarily because she's oblivious, but more so just because she's young, and we see how much she has grown up.
And she's a plot device. She's a thing that we went into the games for. She doesn't mean anything.
But she becomes more in this movie, I feel. They have on-screen bonding.
I love
rather than
this.
the implication.
And she full-on says to Katniss, hey, I can keep secrets even from Mom. And I think that's a really big...
Great sister line.
Mm-hmm. Great sister line. One, the trauma bond of siblings goes beyond so many things. And then two, I think, too, that highlights how much she understands that their mom can only handle so much.
Yeah.
Which is important for their family dynamic.
But I also like, too, that she full-on tells Katniss, like, you can demand anything. This is, like... They
love you here. They need you
She's
here.
giving her some advice.
Yeah. And just the...
It's the type of shit that Peeta would say to her if she was there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that they are... They did this so well. They did this so well.
And it does elevate, like you're saying. It brings Prim. It makes Prim more of an actual character and gives her like a role that matters. That like actually does now propel the plot forward, which is also important.
Yeah.
And like when you have a beloved younger sibling or something like that, it's easy for, especially as a plot device like this, she's just someone Katniss protects. And, like, of course she loves her because she's her sister.
Yeah.
But we get more details of, like, well, Katniss actually relies on Prim.
Yes.
Well, no, I think that's the dynamic changing. I think that's an indicator
growing,
of
it.
developing as she grows,
and
as they go through these things.
Of, like, when you go from having, like, your tag-along younger sibling to having, like, your best friend.
Yeah.
You're toughing it out with each other, not
you two
for
have
each other.
younger siblings, so you know how that is.
Yeah, you don't have any
I don't have
siblings.
that privilege.
Sorry, brother.
Yeah.
You're just a baby.
You're just a baby. When you have a younger sibling and you go from wanting to half kill them and half being just, they're just
kill anyone who tries to hurt them.
Yeah. Just protecting them from whatever is going on. And then they become an adult as well. Whether that be in maturity or just turn 18.
And they know you so well.
Yeah. And you kind of, there is a little bit of a shock of how much they know you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. And it's like Katniss. You're like, oh, so you're helping me through.
She's like, I should wake you up more often.
Yeah. Little duck.
Quack, because quack. In her head too, that's still her little, like, to me, in my head, my younger sister is still this child. Like, she is a full-grown adult woman now, and in my head, she is this big, and she
perpetually like.
She's
17.
She's frozen in this one picture that she had taken when she was a kid. Like, and that's not who she is anymore. She's definitely a grown up now, and I think that's I think that it was just so beautifully done, and I think this is also a credit to the performance here of Prim.
Little Prim, whatever.
Little Prim. I'm so sad I don't know her name off the top of my head.
Oh, Willow Shields?
Yes.
Because she hasn't had a whole lot to do, so it's good when she does get this chance.
She's only had... Brooke Shields?
Huh?
I highly doubt
No, I don't think so.
Nepo baby?
No, daughter of Carrie and Rob Shields.
That's slander.
She just has strong eyebrows.
She does have strong eyebrows.
That's what I thought.
She just screams a lot in the first two, and she was purely a plot device for the the Jabber Jays in
she had a good little doctor scene in the second one that was okay.
But I really enjoy her performance in this one, and with what little they gave her of what she actually had versus in the book, she did great.
So Katniss goes up to Coin and Plutarch, gives them all these demand, like, you're going to pardon all the tributes and save them as soon as possible.
I do want to stop there. Not stop, but I want to pause there because she has a...
We can stop here. We're an hour in, so we can stop
Yeah.
after whatever you're going to say, too. We can give her a good break.
But she has a much larger list of demands, and when we come back, I'm going to get into it.
Okay. All right. We'll be back in a moment with the list. Not the list
Not the list we all want
to hear, but,
Hey, man.
Katniss
Can't have everything. And we are back.
Do it again, just in case.
And just in case, we are back. Hell
Sorry,
yeah.
that was me walking in.
That's good. Addie.
Sorry.
Zero setup for that
Well, I was thinking about how when we like make a save spot in the editing, you do a clap.
You do
real
a clap,
quick.
right?
Yeah, we did do that in the original.
Yeah.
We talked about this in episode 1, just he and I, that there were many false starts to this podcast.
Right. Yeah. But thank God we have Addie around to
bring us back.
Yeah.
To bring us back.
Yeah.
But before the break, we were talking about
Katniss's demands. She pulls up
her
to,
conditions for being the Mockingjay, which is really kind of funny, purely because she is the only person who can be the fucking Mockingjay. She wins
this argument.
No, I'm not saying she doesn't win it, or like I just think it's funny that she had the power, but she had no idea that
She kind of had to be told, like, they need you way more than you need them.
Yeah, it's very strange. We have a condensed list in the movie of the victors will be pardoned, and
we'll rescue them as soon as possible,
and my sister gets to keep her cat.
Yeah, the most important one, arguably.
I genuinely so the cat is the first one in the book. And it becomes such a she is presenting it to more of like a tribunal, like almost like a cabinet type round table.
Yeah, tribunal.
Rather than just Coin and Plutarch.
There is quite a bit of din made just about the cat, and it's sad almost of like they're like because like why the fuck is there like a
waste of food,
animal?
blah blah blah.
Yeah, but this also speaks to how much they're rationing food, and so in the book. The condition for him staying around is that he has to catch his own food. They get a top floor.
Rat chasing.
Yeah, they get a top floor.
They just put him in charge of it.
Yeah, he gets put in charge of rat chasing. He only eats what he can catch, basically.
Okay.
They put him in a top floor apartment to where there's like a tiny ass window that he can like basically like cat door that he can come in and out of to hunt, and he is fully responsible for his own well-being, kind of. That's one difference. The others are, and this is, it's very strange that they didn't add it in. This is one of those ones, like I said in Catching Fire, where I get why they condense things. This is one of the ones I don't get.
Okay.
Because it still comes up. And I think maybe it is to soften 13 and soften the appearance of 13 and make it less militaristic. Maybe. I don't know. The next one is I want to hunt with Gale out in the woods. Which
they do later.
They do later. So I don't understand why it's not kept in the list. And
I think it's fine.
Gale says we won't go far. We'll use our own bows. The importance of it in the book is that they have like basically just root vegetables as their food rations, and because they are underground, and so the food is trash. Like they have like very little, like their breakfast is mashed turnips. I think that highlights more so the need for hunting. Of like they don't have meat, they don't have any, like it's a very different setting to me of the way that they're living in the movie versus the way that they're living in the book. And I don't understand the logic for losing it, really.
I think it's fine.
They could have made that. They could have included it pretty easily in a sentence or two.
Yeah, and it's very easy to show.
For sure. I do think they make it seem incredibly militant, especially with those shots of Coin talking to this crowd of everyone in the exact same color, and they're all shouting and like.
Well, the
Yeah,
fact
that's
that
true.
the eating areas look like military mess halls, I think
look
it's all
like mess
communicated
halls.
visually. I don't need any of that exposition. I don't think about the growth, about like the vegetables, about what their food sources are, about like the only thing I could maybe see if you wanted to add it in, and I don't really see why you would, is you could make Katniss be like a bit of a bargainer here and be like, we'll hunt and we'll bring some shit back for you since you guys don't have anything. And I'm sure she says something like that.
That's exactly what it is. And then she says, she has like a mini panic attack. She goes, it's just ... I can't breathe. Shut up here like a ... I would get better faster if ... I could hunt. Like genuinely, that's like
panicking through the sentence.
Yeah, that's the book. That's the line in the book. So I think it gives her more depth, but I also I guess I do understand for brevity and for sake of condensing the plot.
The only thing I was gonna say is at the top. The only exposition, like going back to efficiency, that we get on 13 is literally like Boggs's line as they're coming down the elevator, and he's like, "We've lived under here for centuries, and we're
war
fine."
never ended for us as well.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing
So they've
that
been
I
there the
like.
whole
So
time.
this was a lore question I did want to ask. Within the context of like each district having a thing, was 13 like the militant?
Yeah, it was the
district?
nuclear.
weapons
Yeah.
specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Which
thought
is why
so.
it was so
Which is-
shocking that they were bombed and disabled.
But it's why they had to be the one bombed and disabled too.
Because they're the most armed.
Yeah, because
okay.
it's
Yeah.
most
And the most
important.
technologically
And
proficient.
you
Yeah.
see that in the movie too with all the warheads.
They had the stockpile. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. I thought so, but I couldn't remember if it was explicitly explained. But again, I got all that visually anyway, so
Yeah.
I don't think we're missing out on anything.
Yeah, and so there is a concession of no, let them give them 2 hours a day deducted from their training time, quarter-mile radius with communication units and tracker anklets. Like this, I think, to me, can really more so shows how much more of a prison 13 feels like as compared to 12. And she full on says that too, is with the...
So it's more like you were saying at the top, where like we miss. It's not even so much Katniss. It's we're missing info that like helps to inform and characterize 13 and Coin that we're missing out by shutting this list down a little bit.
Yeah. It's very much like softened by the movie.
Yeah. Okay.
The next one is Gale. I'll need him with me to do this. With you, how? Off camera, by your side at all times. Do you want to present it as your new lover? These like, and she kind of says that deadpan too. Like it full on says. She hasn't said this with any particular malice.
Sounds like a good deal to me, Katniss.
Oh God. The
I'll be
accent's
your Peter
back, you
Katniss.
guys.
You want to be presented as your new lover?
Your new lava.
That also very weird. What's the final one is just one more thing. I kill Snow.
Yeah, with that, I'll give that. Well, we don't know.
She says it in the second book. It's the second movie. I'm almost positive.
Sounds right.
She says it in the second movie.
I don't think we have enough info in the movie to know what like their long-term plan is, that's even in the cards to kill Snow. Who are we killing? They don't have a battle. The thing about this movie again that I like as what happens is that 13 actually doesn't do shit. They just motivate. They motivate the districts to do all the shit.
I want you to hear Coin's line because this tells me exactly who she is.
Okay. So I want to kill. I'll be Katniss. I want to kill. You be Katniss.
I kill Snow is your
One
line.
last thing. I kill Snow.
When the time comes, I'll flip you for it.
Ooh.
That tells me exactly who Coin is going to be at the end. That tells me exactly who she is.
How so?
Yeah, explain. because to me,
She's a Batman villain.
it
She's
feels
flipping
like
this.
it feels like a comparison between her and Katniss.
So
It's her relating to
It's like,
Katniss. It's her
who's
trying to
more-
make Katniss trust her. To be
But
like,
it's-
oh, I hate him just as much as you do,
Yeah,
bitch.
but it's kind of like who deserves this more?
Yeah.
Someone whose entire district was wiped out, who's had to keep these people alive by having strict rules and all this shit. Like, who's been through this for however long, or someone who suffered directly in the games, who was a child that had to be reaped.
We're
into
both
the
equally
games.
entitled to it.
Yeah, like,
let me read you the actual paragraph.
yeah, please do.
For the first time ever, I see the hint of a smile on the president's lips.
Yeah.
When the time comes, I'll flip you for it. Maybe she's right. I certainly don't have the sole claim against Snow's life. And I think I can count on her getting the job done. Fair enough. For me, what tells me why this tells me so much about Coin is, one, this is the first time we're seeing her smile at all.
Yeah.
I think that shows a lot of her love of war, to the point where she's been in it so long that this is a game that she's played for so long that she doesn't know anything else. She loves it.
Thirst for vengeance.
A thirst for vengeance. And then I also think,
not a better world, really.
Yeah, and I also think it tells me is she's still self-serving because like if you are a Plutarch and you are more invested in the cause, you are more invested in how this thing goes. And you
wouldn't give a shit.
It does come up in the book too, and she does describe this about Plutarch. If you don't give a shit, you don't give a shit how it plays out either, and you don't give a shit if your name is read. And we see that, I think, too, in the way that he mouths her speech at the end, where he's mouthing along to her speech. He wrote that fucking speech, right? Like, there's no way he didn't write that fucking speech if he's reciting it word for word. But the reason that he doesn't give a crap that he's not the one on that podium is because he believes in the idea. He believes.
Doesn't matter who's saying it.
It doesn't matter.
As long as it's being said.
As long as it's taken care of, as long as it's done, he doesn't give a shit.
Absolutely.
And the difference between him and Coin is that Coin
it's personal.
Wants it.
It's personal without having the element of Katniss's personal interaction with Snow. Snow doesn't know Alma Coin exists. He knows there's a president of this place, but Snow has not directly killed her family.
Absolutely not.
Her family was killed in this
the epidemic that they had.
It's Katniss has been directly threatened by Snow time and time again.
And he personally started playing chess with her at the beginning of Catching Fire. Yeah, like he chose to engage specifically with her because she specifically was a threat to him.
Well, and with the context we have that
of the prequels,
which is such a shame.
I still have not seen or watched them, so anytime y'all reference them, I'm sure that makes sense.
It's
a shame to not be able to talk about them in this episode.
But the context of the prequels, I will just say this as an overarching just disclaimer or proclaimer, I don't know. The context of the prequel, especially in the movie, I haven't read the book, but the movie itself, so good. So it just itches a part of my brain that if you've been listening to the show for any amount of time, you know I like things wrapped in pretty little bows. It wraps everything nicely in bows in such a way that it's so satisfying to see it now, rewatching what would be the future.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's really, really satisfying, and you got to read the other one too.
Yeah.
I'm going to get there.
A year from now, whenever we actually do those movies. We'll probably do those together, because I'm sure the Haymitch one will be out by then or something. But as for me, I have none of that context, and I don't need it to like these movies, guys. I just like them as they are.
I think you'd like Haymitch's book more than the original trilogy.
Probably, but again, that's the thing with prequels, though. They're not nearly as impactful unless you know where it's that's the whole concept of a prequel.
I don't know about that. It kind of feels like a individual Hunger Games book. It's
Anyway, moving along here.
So we do have Plutarch having to in the movie. We do have Plutarch having to placate Coin and have her say or have him say to her, in wartime, even the noblest of causes can be bent a little bit, and have her concede to what Katniss wants. And again, really just hammering home, no one else can do it but her. And this is him showing her. Because he also does really highlight in this scene, that's her, that's the Mockingjay, that's who you want leading the revolution.
He's full casting director. He's like, that's what I need to see on camera.
Do we think that
I don't
that's
think he
just
genuinely
Philip
feels
Seymour
that
Hoffman
way.
coming through?
I don't know. I don't think he genuinely feels like, wow, yeah, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. I think he's trying to...
He's selling
Sell
it.
it to
He's
Coin.
selling
It's
it.
everything.
Oh, no, that's what I
for
mean.
Katniss.
He's absolutely selling it to Coin.
Because he
Katniss.
knows how important Katniss is in the actual revolution.
He's playing everyone at all times.
But he's also a big picture guy. And he's seeing the forest, not the trees.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he does have an interesting perspective on the trees as we go. So,
It's all what I like. I'll say this just while we're talking about prequels and everything. I'm sure there is some backstory with Plutarch. I like the fact that we don't really have it. I like the fact that he is, as far as we know, just some guy who woke up and decided this is the way to go, and that he was smart enough to do it. I don't need a big. It's kind of Dumbledore-esque. It's I don't need the Fantastic Beasts reason as to why this guy like has this centuries-long plan or whatever the fuck to figure it out. Like, I like that he's just some guy. Again, I love a character that's just some guy.
What's nice is we don't get a ton of context on Plutarch as a person, his personal backstory, but we do on his family, and just the tiny detail that his family was one of the only families that was able to keep a library through the war.
Yeah.
They kept their family books. They're well read. You can tell he has historical knowledge and like knowledge of strategy and warfare
and politics
that people have not had access to anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and politics and the way hope works and love and fear.
He's a great, but he's so detached from all of that, which is such a, like you're saying, like he sees the cause for what it is and the long-term tracks that he has to lay down to like run this train through. Such a fun character, but I like that we don't know a whole lot about him.
Yeah.
It makes him a very same thing with everybody. As detached as these movies are from the, like, they can't capture the stream of consciousness POV that the books have with Katniss, it still does a good job of like not giving like heavy expo about every character that comes through. You know what I mean? We don't. I don't need to know everything about Boggs. I don't need to know everything about.
You don't even need
Coin.
to know Effie's name.
I don't even know.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, because why would Katniss know any of that? You know?
Yeah.
So even within the movies, you're still pretty locked in on her POV, and as we've kind of said too with fandom, having those questions, not knowing those things about these characters, leaves the door open for these new books and keeps you invested as a fan to be like, who's that guy about? What's that backstory? You know, which is good. We do get Effie, who has a name and more lines in this movie too.
Yeah, and so I do want to point out, I think I did earlier.
And less makeup, you know.
Less makeup.
More lines, less makeup.
No eyebrows still. She was not in the book. And it's pointedly spoken about that they don't know what happened to her in the book. But
she just disappears.
Yeah, and instead of having her, we have the prep team. But we had no context for the prep team really in any.
They're not real character outside of Senna.
Yeah, so I think it's much better to have Effie.
Great change.
And Elizabeth Banks just adds to the movie. She does not subtract in any way. Fully adds to it, and I think this is a great change that they made. I do fully love the comedic relief that she brings, and she did have me a little concerned when I first watched it. When she was flirting with Haymitch, I was just like, help. Why are they flirting?
They've always had a little thing.
Yeah.
And I thinking
they do
back
this
on it,
every
they do.
year, you know?
Yeah, they do this every year. They
Like,
really want to get in each other's pants.
It's a seasonal hookup, but you know.
Yeah. And I loved it. I really enjoy it, but I do like this scene. And this is where the theory, I'm going back to my theory of there's explaining and then there's showing. Plutarch plays the fuck out of us as the audience, and he also plays the fuck out of Effie in this scene.
Yeah.
Where he looks at her and because she's kind of reluctant to sort of.
She's like, I don't want to help you. You people are dirty.
Yeah.
I've lost
this
everything.
was great.
And he looks at her and he says, anyone can be replaced. And I was like,
He reverse psychologies her. She's like, you can't replace me.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm special. No
I
one
did-
here knows Katniss Everdeen like me.
And when I was reading through this or watching through this the first time without you guys, I did write down. I want to soapbox this fucking quote because it made me so angry. And then now the soapbox, I still am soapboxing,
Sure.
but I'm soapboxing more towards the theory, and I'm on board with what he's doing.
Right, this theory that you're concocting that you mentioned about 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I think that that's the whole theme of the movie is that because we like to, as a society, we really like to say, hey, like it doesn't matter what the individual does. It doesn't matter who you are as a person because if you just join the cause, like or whatever, if you just join whatever group or that's where you'll make a difference. And I think that what this movie shows us in its propaganda and throughout the whole thing is that no, you as an individual matter. You as an individual can make a change, and you are the only person that can do that, whether that be as an Effie who you are wrangling the speaker of the revolution, the symbol of the revolution, if that's who you are and that's what you bring to the table of managing that, and you are the only person who can do that, that is you are still the only person who can do that. Whatever
Anyone
it is,
can't be replaced is
Right.
what you're saying.
yeah, whatever it is that you were good at, and I kind of want to tell the listener this too. Whatever it is that you were good at, let me get
And you
inspirational.
are good at something.
You are. absolutely are. You absolutely
You're good
are.
at something. I'm sure. Statistically, there's no way.
Guys.
Yeah.
But whatever it is that you bring to the table, regardless of if somebody can do it better than you, regardless
You can
of
still do it.
You can do it, buddy.
yeah, regardless of if somebody can do it better than you, regardless of if
You're important. You matter.
if there's a whole bunch of people doing it, you still matter because who you reach can change the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's really, I think, what this movie is all about.
Mm-hmm. Like even with the hospital, which we're about to get to,
Yeah.
I think every individual person in there, who died,
Yeah.
Oh God.
like their death was meaningful. Like Katniss was able to turn something. Like I think it really, really led people to feel like, okay, we're not fighting back because we're hoping they won't hurt us anymore, but they're bombing our hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
They're bombing our hospitals. I'm gonna take part in whatever this action resistance is, and risk my life. And then we see these beautiful depictions of that.
We'll get to it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's also taken a little bit further, even with the District 3 takeover of the electric grid, where you.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't jump so far ahead. We'll get to
Okay,
it when we get to it.
I'll chill.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Effie shows her Cinna's old art and stuff, and is
well,
like,
no, hold on. First, we have Coin making the announcement to the people.
Oh yeah, that she's
And
like, she's down.
And
she's down for it.
She's doing it, and the outrage of them being upset over PETA being pardoned, the victors being pardoned, mostly because they were pissed off at PETA from the little op-ed he did.
Yeah.
Or op-ed. That's not the word I want, but
Interview.
propo
Yeah.
that he did. But I want to do.
Prop.
Yeah, I do want to. I do want to highlight this as well because this is Coin. This is also highlighting Coin.
Okay.
Because she has not said she agreed to the deal behind closed doors, right? And she says she will proclaim it. And then in front of everyone, there's a last.
Oh, she does the deal. She switches it. She's like, and if Katniss fucks up, then it's forfeit. Yeah. Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
Yes. If she refuses to.
Kind of fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say kind of fair.
Yeah, like don't back out.
This
on
is
us.
where I'm kind of like with you, Addie, where I'm like, I don't know the Coin is that terrible. This is kind of like as fair a deal as you could make in this situation. If I need you and you need me, then yeah, it's a strange bedfellow situation.
Yeah, I mean the feeling of like having PETA on screen telling everyone killing is not the answer when all of these people are being killed by the Capitol, like that is a big.
She's got to placate.
It feels like a traitor. It feels like you're betraying the cause.
Because Coin, regardless of what happens, Coin also has to prepare for the outcome that like this could all go to shit. We could lose Katniss. Maybe we can martyr her. Whatever happens, I still need my people to be placated and willing to persist. Whatever happens, even if we lose this thing, we as a people, as District 13, still have to make it out of this one way or the other. And so
I do want to read this paragraph though.
Okay,
'Cause
another one.
Yeah,
How many more you got?
not that many.
Not
Okay.
a whole paragraph.
Listen, it's not that far.
All right.
But it's gonna drive my point home.
Okay.
No, I want to hear it.
This guy. This
Let's
fucking
find
guy.
out.
3-hour episodes.
Yep.
Hell yeah, let's go. Another force to contend with. Another power player who has decided to use me as a piece in her games, although things never seem to go according to plan. First, there were the game makers making me their star, and then scrambling to recover from that handful of poisonous berries. Then President Snow, trying to use me to put out the flames of rebellion, only to have my every move become inflammatory. Next, the rebels, ensnaring me in the metal claw that lifted me from the arena, designating me to be their Mockingjay. And then having to recover from the shock that I might not want the wings. And now Coin, with her fistful of precious nukes and her well-oiled machine of a district, finding it's even harder to groom a Mockingjay than to catch one. But she has been the quickest to determine that I have an agenda of my own, and am therefore not to be trusted. She has been the first to publicly brand me as a threat.
What's your point? That you're driving. That drives home.
Drive us home. So Coin is not as squeaky clean as she seems.
No.
And I think that this sort of shows that even in the good and evil fight that is kind of very clear to all of us,
Right.
good is still not necessarily good. it's still very gray. And I think that really highlights. That's just all I want to highlight is that Coin is still very gray.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like in the camp. I think where like I think there's enough of that in this movie to like set that twist up. Okay. I think like again like going back to efficiency, like all we need is her twisting the deal in the speech, and we like get the sense like, all right, you're on ice. You know, you're not on thin ice, but you're on ice.
I like how it says that about her thinking and assuming that Katniss has her own agenda in all of this, because
she really doesn't.
She does not.
No,
she does not. And if anything, this whole book / 2 movies is her trying to figure out
what her agenda
how
is.
to have an agenda in all of this, and like how she can apply it. What even is it? How does she
feel?
feel?
The train's taken off and she's kind of just barely holding on.
She never knows how she feels about things.
No.
Which fair.
She's a teenager.
Solid.
It's hard to
16,
forget.
17,
Yeah.
like she's a fucking kid.
J-Law's looking more 20s in this one, but like the character is still like a fucking child.
Yeah.
You gotta
16
remember.
to 18.
Yeah. So
To
then
be
we get
the
Effie.
Mockingjay.
Effie shows her send us pictures, which is a sweet little scene.
Gorgeous concept art, by the way.
Yeah, actually, a very beautiful. Like point to production just for how pretty fucking the drawings are.
Because those could have been very simple sketches.
Yeah, but with Cinna, of course not.
And it's a beautiful leather portfolio. Like it's very put together.
Here's a criticism. We then cut to her doing the
boy.
commercial or whatever, the propo, and it's kind of just a black suit. It's like whatever Cinna drew with like feathers and like not like big feathers like the dress and the other one, but like there's none of that. It's just a black samurai looking suit or like a cat
That's
suit,
fair.
a cat
Yeah,
woman
that is
suit.
fair.
It doesn't look cool at all. There's nothing interesting about it. Doesn't have like a cool.
It has pauldrons.
It would but it would be cool if it would like was almost colored and like you know how like a peacock's feathers
I don't
kind
remember
of have
any
like the
details.
shimmer to it.
Yeah.
It's like a bluish
It's just
like
black.
It's just
That
black.
wouldn't be good for actual wartime.
Yeah, it's meant to be functional.
Yeah, but no, well no, but
And
not
also
at its
meant to
moment.
look like a Mockingjay, which is a black and white bird.
Yeah, then the Mockingjays should have been cooler looking birds.
Fair.
Those are boring colors for a bird to be.
Yeah,
That's supposed to be such a
almost
cool
every
bird.
closer to a crow than
ever.
a raven.
Yeah, lame ass bird. I know. So armor disappointing. That being said, scene very funny.
No, I agree. I can't think of anything memorable about that armor that had me like, wow, you know. And
Yeah, no.
you know, we're bitches who love armor.
Yeah.
That'd be true. That do be true. I will say I did like the shoulders, the pauldrons.
I like the
Yeah.
shoulders. I just didn't like the color. I just thought it was just a very like generic.
It is. It's just it looks like armor.
You know, which is a bummer because otherwise I love the aesthetic of this one the most so far. So I don't know. But very funny scene where Plutarch's directing her and we get his great little.
What broke you? What broke you? Say the line.
You're in battle. That one.
You've just come from battle.
You're just in battle. You know, yeah, because she's. This is a good actor moment. It takes a good actor to act bad. I just want to say.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is J-Law doing
I was thinking that the whole time.
very
Yeah.
well. It takes
Yes, she
a
does.
very good actor to like, you know what I mean? So this is also just a good little bit of humor in the middle of all this.
And we get Haymitch's dramatic entrance here.
Right.
The slow clap.
We've
We
been
love a slow clap.
Missing him the whole movie.
And he goes, and that's how you kill a revolution. Which is true. It is
It was
true.
a great
Bad
entrance for
marketing
him.
is how you kill
Yeah.
a revolution.
And
Yeah.
he pitches to the council or whatever the idea of authenticity. I wanted to highlight here too. I love the digital whiteboard thingy.
It
and
was
how that
cool.
works.
Smart
That
board.
was so cool. I've been
is
waiting.
That we
Smart
had in
board.
high school.
No,
We
but
didn't
it
have
was so
quite
cool.
like
No, because
that.
he cursives on it. He writes on it, and then it digitizes into a normal text.
Yeah.
And he erases it with his board. That's so.
He's like, I hope that wasn't
It's
important.
very seamless. Like we did have that
Well, I'm like,
technology.
I've
at that
been
point.
waiting this whole series. I hate this whole
Mm-hmm.
series because it is, and I realize the books I think are a little more low tech than even the movies are, but I really like. I've said before, like I'm not a big dystopian guy. I do like a dystopian sci-fi, like a cyberpunk kind of element.
Okay.
So there's
the combination of being high tech, but also
a shitty society.
Yeah. Also
yeah.
a shitty society, maybe jerry rigged. You know,
Yeah.
high tech.
Like again, like going back to the aesthetic of 13, where everyone's wearing these military jumpsuits. Like that's like an old 70s sci-fi movie vibe, like a Planet of the Apes looking shit or something like that.
Fallout even.
Very Fallout. Honestly, that's also maybe why I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
I love Fallout.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
There it is.
But-
There
I
it
called
is.
it.
I like nukes and bunkers, man,
Oh boy.
and people walking around in jumpsuits inspecting them. them and shit.
Okay.
Just waiting to use them.
Like I said, this one is for the boys.
It's for the boys. But so I've been waiting for this series to get more sci-fi with it. So little shit, it's really stupid that I'm so tickled by a fucking whiteboard, a digital whiteboard. That is the kind of tech I've been waiting to see.
But
throughout
honestly,
these whole
points to
movies.
production for putting it in.
It's so cool.
It could have not even been there.
It's so cool. Again, just the fun aesthetics that I've been waiting. It's like we've had like shitty monkeys, we've had boring dogs, we've had just regular old wasps, and finally, like, we get some excitement out of a whiteboard.
Out of a whiteboard.
So anyway, that's point to production there. I thought that was really cool.
So it comes up, she needs to go into the field. That's going to be the easiest way to get her to genuinely react. And District 8 seems like a solid choice because it
Bomb to hell.
they've been bombed to hell, so there's nothing left for them to bomb.
Yeah, they were not
Allegedly.
expecting there to be another attack.
Before they take off, they do have kind of a James Bond-esque scene with Beatty where he suits her up with the...
Yeah, they get the
with
suit up.
Yeah, which you can cut this. I kind of feel like you could cut this. I like Beatty a lot. He's my favorite, but I do... Like, it is kind of like, here's your cool crossbow, Gale. Here's your cool... Like, it's fine. I guess we needed it to, like, arm her up, but, like, I don't know how much we did.
A lot of people will say in the third book, there is a Hunger Games, but it just doesn't look like how the Hunger Games looked.
Yes. No, it is hitting the same beats. You're right.
Yeah, hitting those beats. So, like, with the costume cinemaid, and even when they're arming up,
Great observation.
It feels
Yes.
a little like
Yeah,
that.
very good. Yeah.
Like, that's the cornucopia scene. That's her grabbing the shit that she's going to use. Yeah. No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, now I like it.
Yep.
I think too there's a depth to the arrows. So her arrows you see in the movie are color coded.
Mm-hmm.
The red ones explode. There's one of them. Yeah, I think yellow is fire.
One of them like gas or something.
Yeah. There's different functions for the colors.
If she
So
had
that it's a much cooler than just like a regular ass bow and arrow.
If
Right,
she had
some
just been
Hawkeye shit.
aiming
Yeah.
her bow and arrow at this big flying, ship,
Yeah.
we would be like, what?
We didn't need...
What are
okay.
you gonna do
Yeah,
there?
We did need that setup.
Yeah, because how the hell is she taking down a hovercraft, like a whole ass jet
A hovercraft with a bow and arrow.
with
Yeah.
with just a
Okay.
bow and arrow
It's like, let's make your signature weapon adaptable to
to actual war?
Yeah.
what we're doing here.
Yeah. It does feel like we've been waiting a couple movies
Because
for that to happen.
and even in the book they were talking about how, like, we were gonna give you a bow just for the look, because
Yes,
it's like,
and he says it too here.
we're not really gonna arm you type of deal, but he's like, I'm gonna arm you. I know
Yeah.
you, and
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, and that's just that's Beatty just being a pal, like
Being-
that's
Yeah.
their, like, them knowing each other from the games, getting to know each other in training, and really just having a healthy respect for each other. I really like this, and he does point out that he got Finnick a trident too.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
he thinks it'll help him get better. And so there's just like a mention
You know,
made
that would
Finnick
help me
is-
get better.
Finnick is still unwell.
Gave me a super sci-fi high-tech trident.
Yeah.
Listen,
I would feel better.
I found a good dagger one night, and I was
we've
crying.
all had
We've all
daggers.
got a couple daggers lying around.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's just a good vibe. It's just a good
Cracks
vibe.
me up.
Nothing like
Yeah.
a good weapon.
Oh, yeah.
So on the way out, she meets her
We
crew,
meet the camera
her camera crew.
Yep.
She calls them insects in the books, and I
'cause they're wearing-
really love that they committed to
do
the
they call them
bit.
tripods?
She just called them insects.
Oh, okay.
Because they've got these big roly-poly looking backpacks that I guess their equipment is in or whatever the hell. But they look very goofy
Yeah, so that
Well, and it's also the
they
cameras.
wear the
It's this
cameras.
on
big
the thing. Again,
camera
it's so
thing.
sci-fi.
It is very
We're
sci-fi
finally
with that.
there. We're
Yeah.
finally there. I love the vibe.
we meet Natalie Dormer,
Well, we're not
which is our
in
main
the games
headliner.
in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
We
true.
meet Natalie Dormer.
Natty D.
Our main.
Love her, and she is looking better than she's ever looked with this
Love
cut.
Natalie Dormer.
Listen.
And this was
Oh my
pre
gosh.
Game of Thrones. So
Yeah.
we were like, who's this baddie?
Yes, man. Oh gosh.
And
the
it's
thirst
it's
is
a
real.
relatively small part too. Like it's not that important or whatever, but like which is kind of crazy. Like just how cool she looks.
Well, she was described in the books as having a half-shaped head
Really?
with
and the
vines.
So
on-
I was waiting for it.
It was perfect. It
We
was
were
perfect.
looking forward
Cool.
to that.
Yeah. And then we meet also Masala, who, fun fact, is Evan Ross, Diana Ross's son.
Oh wow.
Half brother to Tracy Ellis Ross.
Cool.
Cheeky Masala.
Yeah. Oh God.
That's his name.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
basically.
Castor and Polo.
Castor and
Pollux.
Pollux.
which
I
is
would pronounce it Polo.
Polo.
Gemini twins. Those are the constellations of Gemini.
It's also like a Roman history thingy.
And yes, and that's
Because everything is with this bitch.
well. Those
I
are
know.
those are the constellations. That's
Yeah.
how they get.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine. It's
I know.
fine. It's fine. It's cool. I do like the inclusion the movie does of the ASL.
Yeah, because
With Castor and Pollux.
Which one's
Yeah.
Which one's Pollux?
Pollux
Which one's
is
our
Foggy.
boy? Yeah, okay.
Foggy from Daredevil.
It is.
Daredevil.
And then Matt from Grey's, if you are particularly emotionally damaged by Grey's. It's the episode where he has a sick daughter with cancer, and
He's just a patient of the week.
No, he's the
what?
dad.
Okay.
And he's trying to get her to go to Mexico to get treatment, and Bailey ends up holding his daughter, and she's like, "It's time. You really just gotta hold her and let her go." It's very sad.
And he's just a cameraman in that.
But his actual name is Eldon Henson. And he's excellent in he's an Avox in this.
He's the Ava. Okay.
Yeah.
You're still talking about Foggy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and then Castor.
I just know. Foggy.
I didn't even really look up his name. I
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
should, just to be fair. He's a white man.
He's a guy.
Wes Chatham.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
He did good. They're fine. Everyone's pretty good. This is a fun little crew.
Yeah. We meet them. We go into the hospital.
I like, again, going back to just like I was not expecting this whole movie to be about like we got to shoot the best propaganda, Katniss. It's like if I'm setting this movie up and I'm like, all right, the revolution's about to pop off. Here's the camera crew for it. Like, this is such a random pull of like side characters that I'm like, okay, I guess these are the guys we're spending the movie with.
That's the thing, is that Katniss isn't a showmany type person. She would thrive in the Hunger Games fighting. She would thrive just being a soldier.
Yeah.
But she's having to be this.
Well, and like you're saying too, where it's like it's the same story beat. It's like, all right, now here's the show part.
Here's the show.
Yep.
Like, we're gonna control your
This
every
is
move.
this is the Caesar interview. You know, like that's
But
what this part of it is. Yeah.
This is also kind of a blueprint for how you rally the nation behind you.
It's literally
Into a
it's
revolution.
so
for
if there's
time.
any radicals listening, and you feel, prompted.
Any radicals.
Rebels. Rebels. We stick
Go
with
down
the
to your
correct
local
nomenclature
hospital.
around
Find
here.
us a Mockingjay.
Yeah.
Cressida, I really like how we get the subtleties of Cressida being like, get it, get the shot, get the
She's
shot.
great,
She
right?
like
She's
she
very
She is a
director.
master of her craft, man, and she's doing it well. And I don't know if much
She's
of
the
that is
right-
scripted or what, but it's done well.
She's the right mix of like just compassionate enough to get her to go along, but not so compassionate that she's like not gonna get her job done.
right.
You know,
Which
she's
is-
like,
Yeah.
I'm still here to get the fucking shot, and like at the end of the day, that's what I'm gonna get. I'll be
Yeah.
as gentle as I can about it, but also let me see them tears.
And she defected from her life. She left the Capitol. She
She
Right.
volunteered to leave.
Yeah, the best up and coming director in the Capitol.
Again, I
And
like
she
that. That's
chose to
all.
leave.
That's the only backstory we get. That's plenty.
Exactly.
Perfect.
I
That's
agree.
perfect. I don't
Yeah.
need more.
Yep.
Chose to leave, and now she's doing this thing.
Yeah.
And they're having a lot of culture shock.
Yeah.
And she's handling it pretty well.
But they handle it pretty well in the movie.
She's got a mission. Like Plutarch, she's on a fucking mission. You know.
Yeah.
So we get the 3-finger salute in the hospital. Well, first
like
of all,
this.
they ask, are you here to fight with us? Are you here to join us?
She's like,
What-
I am.
And
will.
I do like that we get just this one line wrap up of what happened. What about the baby? I lost it.
I lost it.
And I like that's all we need to
From
know.
this older woman too, she's looking at this woman like, I can't lie to her and tell her that it. She's like, I can't tell her the truth that this was a lie to begin with. She had to
Yeah.
hold up the lie.
Yeah.
It's a note. I do like how brisk the dialogue is in this scene.
This scene I do appreciate being condensed because it's much longer in the book.
Oh.
I do appreciate that it's just because it's hard to get through in the book. It was just a hard read.
Well, and instead of just seeing these heavily maimed people, they're describing it in great detail.
Yeah. Yes, for sure.
Katniss's face acting, though, Jennifer Lawrence, as she's walking through
very
there,
good.
her face just kind of like she's unable to handle this pain all around her. She doesn't have the stomach
Because she has
for
the
it.
blood thing, as we've.
Yeah,
it's
you
more
brought
so
this
in the
up while we were
book.
watching
It's
it.
more in the-
I
yeah.
completely forgot.
Love that consistency with her. The fact that there's so many beats like that with the characters of consistency.
From book one to book, or from movie one to movie three.
Yeah, they're not one-dimensional characters at all. They
No.
have depth.
Yeah, we
Little
love it.
idiosyncrasies and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So we get the 3-finger salute from them, and she says that she will fight. And I think that's kind of the moment that she resolves. You can see it kind of in her face, and this is a credit to Jennifer Lawrence's performance. You see in her face that this is where she resolves that she is fighting.
She's not just that she's fighting, but like what I'm doing here right now as the Mockingjay, it's like
matters.
This
Except
this part I do like.
She's
Yeah.
getting
Like,
she's getting
Yeah.
what they're going for. That like they need to see you. It matters for them to see you. Yes, you are Katniss, but you are effective as a symbol. You just made everyone's day.
You
Yeah.
symbolize
You get it?
everyone's
Yeah.
suffering.
You get it now?
You
Yeah.
went through what we went through living here under this regime.
And Natalie Dormer also gets it across with the just let them see you, like
Yeah.
at the very beginning of the scene. Just very
Yeah,
well
she
done.
didn't know what to do, and she didn't have to do anything.
No, she just
Like,
had to be
just
there.
being there. And then
And this also drives down my point. Like, what you do matters.
Mhm.
Whether
Even if it's just showing up and being like,
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And every person in there who responded that way to Katniss showing up, the fact that their lives are then taken moments later, they still did something so important by letting Katniss see her effect. And she was it reiterated the bond she has between her and these citizens of the capital, of Panem, who, look up to her as a source of strength and hope.
in that same vein, I think it reiterates that to Snow, and we cut to Snow here, that we have to take away the hope.
He hates it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
and squash it.
and in terms of just movie effectiveness too, and story effectiveness, obviously, if this was a random hospital, we never like walked in and saw her see these people. Like we wouldn't. If she arrived and they were already bombed, right, or something like that, that would be like, all right. But the fact that we see them, we leave, and they're immediately killed the second we walk away,
It gave
is
them what
way
Katniss
more
needed.
impactful. Yeah. Like I just talked to that kid, and like they got him.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking to these people, and they killed them just because I was here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I think
Which we do. I love in contrast to the last movie, just talking about like action and the direction of the action and stuff. And like I wasn't really blown away by like the monkey fight or the running from the fog and stuff, right? This is shot, the whole bombing of the District 8 stuff. I love this. This is like true. It's a lot of handheld, shaky cam, but I can
not
still
too
follow
shaky.
it.
Yeah.
It's like it reminds me.
It's not shaky to the point where it's distracting.
Good
It's like
level
a
of
war
shaky.
movie. It's like a 1917 or like a Band of Brothers. Like it's giving me those vibes as they're like following them. And part of it is this was probably one of the ones that was shot in Berlin or wherever the hell. It's got that brutalist architecture,
Yeah.
And it really helps of them just running through this rubble. It's very Fallout as well, just bombed out buildings and stuff. So I love like visually this is really cool. Following them up, they're bombed. The pillar like falls through the thingy. They run up and shoot the plane or whatever. All of this is really more like way more dynamically shot and like a good, intense, fun, easy to follow action sequence compared to anything we've seen. Just the way this one is filmed is just miles better than what I remember from either of the other two so far.
Yes.
And this is really as the most actiony this one kind of gets.
Yeah.
It's
actually.
it is.
I was about to say, I personally like how the action is so purposeful. When you watch a movie about war, often it's just like glorifying and romanticizing
Guns and
the
bombs.
guns and the fighting and
They
all
fire
of that.
two shots. They fire two shots.
That's it.
It's
Yeah.
like every part of it is purposeful. We get the side of the war that's not just soldiers in combat.
Yeah.
We get the strategy, we get the propaganda, and the
It's all the quote unquote boring
parts of war,
Yeah.
but that happen.
Yeah.
And things that is kind of, it's good for us to be drawn attention to these things, to
Yes,
see like
absolutely.
these little signs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Who would bomb a hospital building? Who would do that? We're not gonna tiptoe around
I
it.
would never.
No, we're not gonna tiptoe around it.
Yeah.
Pro Palestine.
Absolutely.
For sure. I do want to point out here in the cutscene to Snow, and this is his like just a quick appearance, but Robert Nepper as Antonius,
Yeah.
who is Teabag from Prison Break.
His very Nazi-looking sidekick here, honestly.
I do get him confused with Christoph Walker.
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph
Whatever.
Waltz.
Fuck,
Yeah.
I can't.
Inglourious
I'm sorry.
Basterds?
Yes, I think that they are the same person. They are not.
Love him.
Interesting.
The
Oh my gosh, looking at that picture though on
Wikipedia.
that makes sense.
Yeah, they're very
they
very
do look
similar.
vaguely similar.
But I love.
They make good Nazis.
Yes, I loved.
Not that there's ever a good,
Good Nazi.
No, good God.
Unless Oscar Schindler, technically. That's a little history fact.
Oscar Schindler of the Schindler's List.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Registered Nazi.
Stop.
please,
Sorry.
please.
One thing I'll give Hitler, he killed Hitler.
One thing I'll give Hitler, he killed Hitler.
Did he? Did he actually?
Stop.
Oh, all right.
Anyways, so moving on. We get to... I can't.
I guess
Actually,
I've just
do we
never
just break
heard
right
that
here?
before. I've never heard that before.
I completely derailed my train of thought because I also have never heard that before.
They should have derailed some of his trains too, you know.
God damn it.
They should have. Anyway, yeah, this guy looks like a Nazi is what you were saying. T-Bag from Prison Break.
Yeah, no.
And it's a good little performance he has in the 2 minutes he gets there.
Not even 2 minutes. It's like 30 seconds, if that. Excellently done. But we get Snow also kind of losing it a little bit, and he's like, bomb them. Get them. Kill them all. They were seen associating with the Mockingjay.
Right, yeah, he throws in some like bullshit legal justification. He's like, oh, the Mockingjay means they're all traitors. Boo. That's how he talks.
Yep. And then we get
Katniss' great speech here.
targeting the hospital.
Which guided beautifully by Cressida, where she's like, very therapist almost. We're like, how do you feel?
No, she's good at her job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you feeling in this moment? Is there something you'd like to say
Literally
to President Snow?
like a stage director. Like,
oh, yeah.
Truly.
No, genuinely
Yeah.
a Barbara Walters type interviewer.
The best up and coming director in the Capitol.
And again,
until she up and left.
And the actual direction is good here too, because it is still doing that like wartime kind of like shake to it and the handheld feel. Like it really does look like how you would imagine a high-tech future version of like, you know, like we just pulled up to this bombing and here's this lady talking about, you know what I mean? It's shot in that way, in the way that it would be shot, you know. That's again, it's really effective visually.
Yeah. But then we cut to them showing it.
Yeah,
in person,
didn't like
and
this.
they use the ending of it is so reminiscent of the ending of the actual trailers for this movie.
Because they do the whistle tone, and they do like what is basically like just a shot.
Join the fight.
The symbol.
It looks like this.
Join the Mockingjay. Join the fight. I think is the word.
This probably was released. I almost wouldn't doubt it as like a viral marketing like teaser on YouTube.
Oh, they did.
When it was coming out.
They did. I remember it.
They also had
literally just this clip.
They also had posters of like the tributes for that, like for back then. Like it was like promotions for this movie back in the day were very like.
They looked like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is not a good. It's not a good look because it's not an in-universe version of that. It's too out of universe.
It is
visually.
It is. It was instead of doing. It did the opposite of what it was trying to do.
Yeah, which sucks because like again aesthetically, this movie's more hit than miss for me. I like the Capitol too, where the Capitol's logo is like this big eagle or whatever, but it's very German and also very Russian.
Especially cool. In the
red and yellow.
The war room.
The red and yellow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So a lot of great aesthetics going on, and then they just drop the ball randomly here and there like that. So anyway.
I also particularly hate the join the Mockingjay, join the fight part because in the book, the ending scene is if we burn, you burn with us.
Which is so much better.
So much better. So much.
That's
more.
what she said. That's what she said. She's like, it's literally like we are not going back. It's like you stumble on the line that was working, and then you like use some bullshit. Stronger together. It's like okay, one of those was like caught on in the crowd, and the other like no one fucking remembers, bro. You know, authenticity again. That's the fucking play, bro.
Well, we then cut to how this affected the rest of Pan Am. With
this is one of two scenes that kill it. Yeah, the lumber bros.
These are two of the best scenes.
Which honestly, most attractive lumberjacks I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Which I said, if you're a lumberjack, you're attractive.
Points to casting for really driving this shit home is like you see all these logs and then you see these buff people, like men and women, just very attractive people. Which
these lumberjacks got Ashley so hot and bothered.
I was so struck by it too because I looked at it and I was like,
oh my god,
these are just extras. Like these are just extras and they're only here for 5 seconds.
This is the gender I'm attracted to, lumberjack.
The scene, yeah.
It
sneaks up on you too because you've been with Katniss the whole game, the whole movie, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, here's this random scene.
And it's also like a high contrast to like the gray jumpsuits and like the uniformity of like where you lose.
We're back out in the world.
Yeah, we're clearly not in District 13. And I love the way that they're walking out into the woods. Mm-hmm. It's very clearly like the daily walk to work escorted by the peacekeepers.
There's a great overhead
The
shot
facelessness
of, them,
of
like,
the
entering the forest.
peacekeepers.
Yeah. In their helmets, and then they're walking into the woods, and they see a Mockingjay symbol, I believe.
Yeah, carved up on a tree.
Carved on the tree, and that's where they know
to climb up and get
start,
to fucking work.
Well, they run first.
They do some Viet Cong shit.
They
honestly.
run to make sure
well.
everyone's in there, like in the zone. Climb up those trees like little squirrels.
Bro, the way the efficiency with, and obviously they would, right? They're lumberjacks. This is what they do for a living. But the efficiency with which they climb those trees, me too, man.
Are you saying you climb trees that efficiently? You're that good at it?
I would just like to climb things.
You want to be that
love
good at
climbing
it. Okay.
things. Yeah, climbing trees.
I want to be.
It was
that good at
cool. It was very be a man. It was very.
It was.
Yeah.
Actually, that was a great pull
Skitter
because
up that
I
tree.
couldn't think of what it was that really it brought it back to me. Swift in a coursing river.
Yeah. And then they go kaboom with all of the.
And it just cuts.
Which
it just
is so
cuts.
cool.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. They knew how high to get. You know, they knew
where they could do it safely.
Yeah, yeah. And they're up there watching them blow up, and they're just cheering. And yeah, it's fucking awesome.
And then spliced in between there, we get the height. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, you had.
I was just gonna say it's very Inglourious Bastards. That whole forest, that whole like it just gave me that kind of visual. Yeah.
We love Inglourious Bastards around here.
Yeah, it's probably our group favorite movie.
Might be
actually.
Yeah.
No, genuinely, I think so. And then we get a splice in here of them at a going back to 12 to show PETA.
Or first we get the hunting. First they go hunting.
Oh yeah,
because Gale pulls
I'm
up.
sorry, I'm getting ahead of
Gale
myself.
pulls up to just a scene. Gale goes up to Katniss and like we can go hunting. They go hunting. They see a elk. Again, this is actually some pretty shit of just them out in the wilderness and stuff.
Is it an elk or just a big fat deer?
Could be. It might just be a big fat deer. It was pretty big and fat.
It was a stag.
I would say that was the fattest stag I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was eating well.
Well, and that also goes to show their point of like it's not used to being hunted. Like
Yes.
Right, yeah, which is a good observation to have.
And it shows how Katniss has, like, the bloodlust is gone. Like, you know, she has no desire to just kill something so beautiful.
the hunter in her, I think, would have in a character development for sure, and character development a little bit for Gale. Because he would have not hesitated.
Same with Gale, yeah. Gale would have just taken it out.
Because he full on says it's almost not fair.
Yeah, he's like, it's almost
and then
not
we
fair.
don't see them like kill it.
They do not haul back a deer.
In the book they do, but it's fine.
In the book they do.
And
they do?
Yeah.
Shucks.
Good change. Good change.
Good change.
Yeah. There's a beautiful shot in here. I don't know. This all feels very cuttable, honestly. I don't think we'd lose a whole lot. But there is just a very pretty shot of the two of them sitting in front of the river. And it's framed in this like ruin
archway.
This archway.
Yeah,
and it's like
gorgeous.
it's like a photo. Like there's a lot of shots like that, and this one in particular.
It's a postcard.
I keep coming back to it. Yeah, a lot of postcard shots that just are very pretty, just beautifully framed. That I will see how the next one goes. It's very unique to this one.
And thinking about trauma, like it reminds me of how when things are really, really horrible, the beautiful little snapshot moments are so much more meaningful.
Those glimmers, they're called
and
glimmers.
They're so much more beautiful. Yeah, the glimmers.
Yes.
It's like they're doing that visually.
I have done if I can be vulnerable. We live down the street from a little duck pond in our neighborhood, and there's been like a time or two where like I'm very bummed out or whatever, right? I've gone down, I've just looked at the ducks, and it truly, like you're saying, it truly is just like stand in nature for a bit and like zoom in on the small, and it's very good.
I saw a very funny comedian bit on that by Caleb Heron.
Oh, I love him.
Oh, yeah,
He's
on
hilarious.
Hulu or HBO or something like that. Mm-hmm. He's just like, I'm turning into like a middle-aged aunt. I go out and I'm like, wow, what a beautiful day.
Yes. Literally, yeah.
And people are like,
yeah. Yeah.
But they're doing that.
But you have to. You have to stay silly and whimsical.
And I think
do
that
not
is,
lose your whimsy in the midst of war.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think that is what it is that instead hunting for them would be giving into the feeling of war and of staying alive and survival and violence. And by like walking away from that and just like sitting by a river is the complete inverse of that.
Yeah.
And like trying to find that moment of peace instead of seeking more violence.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, you know what? Keep the scene in.
Yeah.
Keep the. You know what? We don't like Gale, and we'll get to that in like literally a moment here. Because we do get Peeta. He blows it immediately. Peeta's interviewed in his second one, and he does he's like, I'm calling for a ceasefire. Basically, is what he does.
Well, he called a ceasefire in the beginning, and
But
that's when the whole. No, actually, he calls for a ceasefire here. I'm sorry.
He does it every time.
No, he didn't.
He does it every time, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Caesar asks him, is there something that you want to say to Katniss? And he says, can you trust the people that you're working with? You know, do you trust if you have any say in how they use you? And I think it's very interesting that he, even scripted, is saying, you're being used.
Still hinting to the coin
How
stuff.
they use
you.
Yeah, and I think that's also kind of setting it's attempting to set up,
Which I think also
how it goes.
Does inform a little. We don't get as much, I think, of their relationship as we usually have in the past, but it shows too that he knows her. He knows that she is not a
deeply personal,
not someone who is used to having agency.
We've both been used.
Yeah,
I'm being used
she
right now.
And she in particular would not recognize if she was because she is just kind of dense in that way, and she's like, you don't know, girl. Like, I know you better than you know you in this particular circumstance, and you are being used. Just so you know.
We do also see a beginning of him being haunted by whatever it is that the Capitol.
He does all the whatever.
He doesn't look horrifying yet, but he does look pretty bad.
Whatever makeup or CGI they're doing, I think they do just reverse Captain America him by the end of this movie by skinnying, skeletoning him out.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it is a good point of production just for making him decay throughout every one of these.
Yeah, and I like that.
And I like that almost every actor of the movie kind of has one of these. These are kind of our benchmarks. Speaking of which, we are about at our benchmark where we can maybe break again, and then we'll come back to Gale blowing it in District 12, if that's okay.
Yeah,
sounds
good.
All right, cool. We'll be back. Gonna go fight a revolution real quick, by which I mean use the bathroom.
Always a war.
That's a war for him with his diet.
Going into battle. The Hunger Games.
And we're back. Okay, hopefully we can cut the rest of that shit that we just had.
Probably.
And we're back. We're starting with I Saw a Coward.
Oh yeah, Gale
From
is
Gale, who I hate.
Okay.
Shh.
Should I do it over?
We finally it's fine.
No,
it's fine.
it was funny.
That's fine. Yeah.
Who I hate.
We've been pretty forgiving of Gale because he's been kind of chill for the most of the movie.
I'm trying to be objective.
But yeah,
remember, he's not Liam. He's Gale. He didn't.
Either way, I can't.
I'm
be
not
objective.
Liam. I'm Gale.
I'm not Liam.
Either way.
I hate Peter.
We just want to show off our Australian accent.
Yeah, this is how Liam.
I don't have one.
Have you ever seen an interview with Liam Hemsworth? He sounds just like.
He sounds just like us right now.
Siri, I've got to get you out of Nilfgaard.
I did see a quote today.
Your dad wants to use you in the
role.
world or some shit. I don't remember the plot.
I don't remember the plot. Anyways, so he says, I saw
Gerald
Coward.
Riviera.
We need to respond.
God.
I'm really trying to reel this back in, guys.
Sorry.
Please work with me here.
It's a late episode. This is what happens.
Late.
It's a 3-hour episode,
it's
babe.
midnight
This is what's
for
gonna happen.
context.
He says, we need to respond. And then he says, I saw a coward. And she says, first of all, the fucking shot
her
on Jennifer
expression.
Lawrence's face when she turns around.
Bitch,
excellent.
what?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It was a very great, she says nothing, and her face says everything. It was perfect. Points of performance there. And to get into a little bit of the cerebral part of this, she does understand how Peeta thinks. She understands who he is, and I think this is just them kind of getting each other on a very basic level.
That he's pretty nonviolent.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's like, he hasn't seen the truth of 12. Nobody's
even
seen
know
it. He
what's
doesn't.
happening
He
in
has. He has no idea. And so now we're going to 12, of course, because she's like, I need to tell him.
Yeah,
So
they want to get some footage of 12 and send that out. Katniss can't really get any of her feelings out, so instead they pivot to Gale.
Well, but also she wasn't there.
Right, yeah. So I don't like this. I'm going to say, this is my main note for this. Everything Gale, where you're kind of talking about, what did you say? Showing, not explaining, right?
He ends up explaining.
He ends up explaining. This is big tell, don't show stuff. And Liam Hemsworth is not a good enough actor to be one of those actors who can like talk about something and you're still captivated by it, even
Yeah,
though you're not
he takes
seeing
you out
it.
of
Peeta could have. Josh Hutcherson could have.
I don't know.
I think so.
I think
there
so.
are
I
actors
agree.
like that who can just like monologue. I'm the one
With
that,
his 1,000-yard stare.
There's one that I'm thinking of in Better Call Saul, where it's
Your favorite
Giancarlo. I watched it with my dad. It was a good time. But Giancarlo Esposito has one where he's sitting by.
Oh, he's just a great actor.
He's a
in
great
general.
actor, but he's sitting by like a dude's hospital bed, Hector's hospital bed, and he's just like sent him into a stroke and shit. And he's talking about like how he killed this animal when he was a child, and it's this whole. But I kept it alive to torture it long enough for it to suffer, or whatever. And it's like him talking, and it's this long, brutal revenge monologue.
Yeah.
To this sleeping dude. Nothing is happening on screen. He is just sitting. But it's a very intense monologue. Liam Hemsworth, not that kind of actor. So as he's just on being like,
I
they were
think
here.
it's mostly he just doesn't have the depth.
There's nothing
Yeah.
in his face. There's no lived experience that he's like communicating.
He's not a
very
good enough
detached.
actor. He's not doing
It's
the
not-
face acting.
yeah.
He's not.
Even in the 915 out of 10,000, like that line where like that should hit hard, right? Like numbers alone, that should hit hard. That only 915 out of 10,000 people made it, and like I felt nothing.
What you could have done, how I would have liked to have seen it done, I kind of like them just walking through the rubble. I think you overlay that. And he can still be talking, and that's fine.
With shots
you
of
overlay
children
that,
dying?
yeah, almost like a faded, like it's faded over it. Yeah, of him like running
Yeah.
or whatever, like kind of flash.
That would have been cool.
Not
A
a full blown flashback, but
but-
like a flashback overlaid.
Flashback montage.
Yeah,
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 I
as
love
he's
it.
doing it, quick
I
cut
see
it
the
or
vision.
something like that.
And it would have been easy to do because they
It
already
feels-
have a lot of that kind of.
And it feels, I'm going to say, it feels like they did save a lot of budget on this movie and put it into the next one.
Sure,
This movie is
sure.
a lot of people in
Sure.
rooms talking. I love a movie that is just people in rooms talking. So,
And it's mostly just shot in the Marriott again.
yeah. So I don't know that they necessarily wanted to spend the budget on a big bombing flashback, but the scene would have been better for it if they had.
I
Yeah,
think I liked how
absolutely.
they expected Katniss to start talking, and she just was
Well,
at a loss
right.
for words.
It's a good Cressida moment of her like being like, "Oh, this is the vibe. Okay, we're
Yeah,
doing
stay
Gale.
on Gale.
Yep.
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 It made sense, like story-wise, plot-wise, for him to be the one giving this information for this propaganda thing.
Yeah, as
Liam
a character,
Hemsworth
I
did
don't.
not pull it off.
I'm not
No.
upset that he's the one like explaining it. I'm not upset about that particularly, but you are right. He just as an actor, he just doesn't. He
Just
didn't
couldn't
have
pull
it.
it off. Just
he
couldn't
didn't
pull
have
it
it.
off. Yeah.
I will say from reading this one, and only reading up to part 1 of Mockingjay, right now I get the Gale hate completely. I really tried to take off the hatred glasses. I did. I promise
Yeah.
I tried. I mostly succeeded. And this is a significant difference, and I think this is where the hate comes from. That scene of Peeta, this one that we just
The one that
second
pissed him off.
Second one.
yeah, where he's asking and he speaks directly to Katniss and says, "Can you trust who you're working for?" and all that. That is actually seen by her in the book. That's actually seen by her and Finnick in the hospital because she actually was injured in the shooting of the
District 8.
District 8. She's in the hospital recovering. Finnick has come to visit her. They see it on the TV, and everybody keeps it a secret from her. And as soon as they get through seeing it, Finnick looks at her and says, "You didn't see it." When they come in and ask, we didn't see Peeta. Coin and Plutarch and all of them come in, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't
Everything
see Peeta."
okay?
Yeah, and she expects when she has a one-on-one with Gale for hunting time. She asks him. She goes, "Is there anything going on? Like, what's been going
he
on
doesn't.
since I've been out?" And he doesn't. And then he also says that Coin is calling them or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, well, you're his, you're her."
Your coin's lackey now.
Yeah, you're. That's who
Yeah.
That's who you sided with
Who you
anyways.
report to.
So there's that rift. I think is so much more pivotal to the story of how she comes about being against him.
The groundwork's laid there.
Yeah.
Whereas here it does still just come across as him being pouty because he went through all this alone. It's rough because on paper and even in the movie as he does go through this whole thing and as he like shares the kiss here and he kind of reminisces with her in the house and he's like he can kind of tell like she's just kind of
It's
favoring
such a
him.
pitiful scene.
Yeah, and he's like and which is like
And that's verbatim to the book.
this is
too.
some guy shit. This is some guy shit like I relate to where I'm just like you don't mean it. I can tell you don't mean it. You just feel bad for me because we're both in this situation. Whatever, I get it. but it's all on paper. I'm like, on paper, this dude should be kind of relatable, kind of tragic hero-y, but
for sure.
But it's all in the delivery and all in the performance, and like I really think if it was a better actor, we'd have more of a reaction like you were having in the books, Addie, where you were kind of like, I could give him, I could go either way on this. But I think it comes down to acting, it comes down to chemistry. He and J-Law just do not have the same chemistry that she and
Josh Hutcherson
has. Yeah, if you really wanted that to be a proper love triangle, it needs to be firing on all three of those cylinders.
Yep.
And it's just not. So you don't feel the best scene they've shared in this whole thing it was them silently hanging out looking at the river.
Yeah.
And that was more just
and
visual.
that's just visual. That's to production. That's not to them.
That's more so to them. Yeah, exactly. So I think a lot of it is, as far as the movie is concerned, because even in the book, like I could see like that whole secret shit like being that's some fun drama. And there's and she like it's Katniss' POV. We don't know what Gale's really going through and why he's siding on one way or the other, whatever.
Yeah.
So like I'm not even willing to throw him out over that, even if she is, and that makes sense if she is. But movie wise, it's just not there.
Right. We do get the hanging tree.
Yeah, we're hanging out on the river. Again, beautiful, quiet moment. Just on the thing. We get a little sleeveless Natalie Dormer here. She just shrugs off the hoodie.
Oh, he's so excited about it.
The half a second that we see her in a tank top.
I also really love the use of Pollux here, as much as it is part of the book.
It's very sweet, yeah.
But I think Eldon Henson is just a very sweet in this.
Great actor.
Great actor for the role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much face.
And
so precious.
The juxtaposition of somebody who has no lines basically.
Yes.
And is excellent at what he does to the point where like it's just well done versus Gale, who's had a whole.
You know who this guy is. You know this guy's whole thing.
Acting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Acting.
Yeah. But he gets her to sing.
That's my avocado right there.
Yes.
Gale's one of those actors. I mean, Liam Hemsworth is one of those guys that's just attractive.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I was thinking about
He's just
during
Ken.
this movie. A lot of dystopians that came out after this
had more Liam Hemsworth type guys
and type girls and type leading ladies. Jennifer Lawrence
who's
did this shit.
Shailene Woodley.
all-American teenager. Yeah.
I keep thinking about that show. You were watching it, Ashley. The Summer I Turned Pretty, or something like that.
Yep.
That
What
main
about it?
actress, the main actress can't act. I'm just thinking about like she can't act for shit. Like she got hired because she was pretty.
And she only turned pretty that summer.
That freaking summer.
I will say the first season is rough. From that, she does get better as you get through to the end of season 3.
Really, that's just what I thought of when I was watching it. But we got to give it to Jennifer Lawrence for how skilled she was as an actress. I don't think this would have taken off how it would.
No.
How it did.
And she's not even
allegedly she hated having to sing this.
I know.
According to the Wikipedia lore.
But they did decide
the
that
song.
they were going to have her sing it authentically, her voice. They
yeah,
didn't
and
have to.
that's
It's
very easy
good.
to have like a Zac Efron Drew Seeley moment where you just
I just now learned Zac Efron was not singing in that movie.
Right.
Really?
Right.
Wow, yeah.
It's just the first one is Drew Seeley.
Wow, it's just the first one. He sings in the others?
Yeah, he sings in the others. Apparently, he just wasn't super comfortable, I guess, with the first one singing.
Yeah.
So
This was on the radio too, the hanging tree. I remember this being on the radio and like probably not knowing where it came from.
I remember being so excited to hear what it was going to be, what the canonical song was going to be. And I still listen to it, unironically.
yeah,
It's
and
just
I
a
also
beautiful song.
like how well done it is for production as well, given that we are told in the book it's a 4-note melody. And it's, I think because she sings it so hauntingly, the performance is so well done.
Well,
and then to have the deep cut of that be a nice little token from the prequels.
Well, and yes, of course. But then the way it goes from her singing hauntingly individually to everyone singing.
The transition into the next scene.
Yeah, and the thought, like,
And that was a children's choir, I think.
yeah, I mean, the thought of having seen them, they saw Katniss on TV singing that song, And then they went,
Banger.
And then they went into this like thing, and their chant that unified them
As the Death March.
March
song,
was that song, and
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
The stand of District 3 to take out the power,
Yeah.
but the voices for the
It's
kids for that
beautiful.
Love that scene.
is a children's choir, and I found it earlier and I just lost it. But anyways,
It's a beautiful,
trust ya.
like, big production bump here. Just like the transition between these two scenes, because we do have like a little cut of like Plutarch throwing some sauce on it. Be like, we changed it to hope. We did like the rope or whatever.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
which
necklace
happened
of
in the
rope,
book, right?
Necklace of rope.
Yeah.
and
Necklace of
he
rope.
does it in the book too.
right.
To Necklace of Hope, just to make sure that we're not trying to hang people and lynch people.
But then it
because
builds.
apparently that's something that they were also.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, but it builds into the best scene of the whole movie. Which again, another thing I think I said it earlier, but if I didn't, I'll say it now. That like I love. Again, not a whole lot goes on in this movie. Our heroes really, outside of that one action scene in 8, really don't do anything in this movie. It is all these little guerrilla warfare moments of the districts actually pulling the weight and like fighting the fucking war here with the lumberjacks. And now we get them breaking down the bridge and the dam and doing this, again, beautifully shot. It's like, it's Battle of Helm's Deep shit out of Lord of the Rings. Like it truly, the darkness, the lighting is working in their favor for once.
Which I think is good in this whole movie,
There's-
in my
it's
opinion.
I actually preferred how dark it was.
It was done
Yeah.
well.
No, lighting-
not too dark.
like this one's big production points all over the board for this one. It's so dynamic, it's so visually cool and very powerful. The music is working over time. Just the pull out.
Yeah, this is Trinity School Boys Choir. I found it.
Okay.
There you go.
Shout out to Trinity School's Boys Choir.
If you are an alumni of Trinity School's Boys Choir, we are offering
2013 or so. Yeah.
call us within the next 24 hours, and you may be eligible for a free cruise.
What?
You've
When
earned
did
it,
we get the
boys.
budget for that, boys?
You've earned it, boy. We'll get it.
Okay.
We'll put a.
My bad, guys.
Listen, who's bankrolling that? I have questions.
Certainly not.
Because I would also like to go on that cruise.
Great shot. Great scene.
Yeah.
And this is also another point to my little theory of, even though it takes all of them to do it, right? Like each individual one of like falling on the sword essentially to get the next ones behind them over.
They're all important. Yes, girl.
Very Prince Caspian on the bridge. Do
Yeah.
y'all remember?
I don't remember Prince Caspian as well.
I do, and I would remember what you're saying specifically more.
The gate comes down and half of them are stuck behind, and
Yeah.
they stay to fight, and they know that they're dying.
Yeah.
And they stay to fight just to make sure that the ones who did get out
Got away.
get away. And it's Peter and Susan, or I think Peter and Caspian. At minimum, it's Peter and Caspian, because Peter's face just absolutely fucking falls as he's riding away.
C.S. Lewis is good.
C.S. Lewis is
Sure.
good. But
Yeah.
Just a very great scene. Of
It kind
how-
of makes
Yeah.
it's a good like modern, we have a lot of these, of course, like a good one just iconic 2000s like battle scene, and it's very brief. Like it's probably less than a minute total, like honestly.
But each life that was lost, like what you're saying, contributed to the overall goal of doing this very powerful thing
Yeah.
of knocking out the power
It's a blackout.
to the Capitol. The Capitol never sees the consequences.
They
in
shut
the
down
direct.
the Epcot Dome.
It's like America
Yeah, dude,
right now.
that fountain that was like where
we haven't been bombed here.
Nope.
Like, we don't have our power go out.
right, and then we get the moves and counter moves.
moves and counter moves.
Yeah.
I like how it.
Fava beans. Sorry. It was the same voice.
I'll find you, Katniss Everdeen.
Oh, I don't like it.
And then I'm going to eat
But
you.
I'm
New kinds of Hunger Games.
Oh man! Oh no! Welcome to the Hunger Games, Clarice.
But I really do like it that we have that shot of just kind of like the around the world going out, like
Yeah.
black.
Cut to President Snow as it all goes black. He's
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
We then see PETA's final broadcast here, where he kind of breaks down at the end.
So I want to point out I want to park here for 5 seconds.
Okay.
It's going to be more than 5 seconds. I'm just going to disclaim that immediately.
Sure.
they put together the propo of the Hanging Tree song, right? And it's specifically Katniss singing it. I want to call back to book 1, movie 1, episode 1 for us of this.
Yeah.
Where they're in the cave in the Hunger Games, where
The Cave of Wonders.
she's kind of trying to figure out why he actually likes her. She said, "You had a crush on me for forever. When did forever start?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "So that day in music assembly, the teacher asked who knew the Valley song. Your hand shot right up in the air. She stood you up on a stool and had you sing it for us. And I swear every bird outside the windows fell silent. Right when your song ended, I knew, just like your mother, I was a goner." So this is a callback to her dad being an excellent singer. We find out that context from the books, that her singing voice has always moved him, right? I want to kind of go dig a little here, because he is clearly being haunted by the Capitol. He's already being tortured, right? He looks fucking haunted. Bro looks like a zombie.
Yeah.
So he's very clearly afflicted. And I want to say that I think the reason that he broke, this is a different theory, but still a theory.
Was that he heard,
That
he saw that one?
He heard her singing voice and he went back to that time. And he, instead, because we know from...
I just want to... Ashley is writing fanfic in real time.
I
right
am.
now. Okay, she is composing a
am.
scene in her head where
Listen.
PETA's in some fucking cell. They wheel out a TV like it's a Bill Nye episode in 4th grade. And they're like, look what this bitch is saying. What do you think of this, you piece of shit? And she sings, and he's like... Oh, I have to do something. Yeah.
No, I think you're right, Ash.
No, because he's watching the they're overtaking his broadcast in real time.
It was clearly. I mean,
Oh, right.
was,
they hack his. And
Yeah.
start,
Yeah.
Okay.
So he
It was
is
more
hearing her
poignant.
voice.
It was more poignant that she
Okay.
was singing
Because
when you know that detail.
I did forget they were
because
hacking it. Yeah.
We find out in book 2, we find out by the end of this movie that he's being tortured and hijacked to where she is the perpetrator of the torture that he's receiving.
Yeah.
But her singing voice is so strong that she breaks that even, because he's clearly farly progressed.
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't know.
That's my theory.
Because
I
at
don't
that point, he's like, Katniss, come on. Like, he's trying to help her. He's trying to save her. He's still saying, Katniss, like, no. And, Caesar's like, it's so amazing that you're able to forgive her. I don't think I would.
No, this isn't that. This is where he's like, Katniss, are you there? And you kind of see him kind of be scared of it.
It starts by him being like, the violence in districts.
Yeah, no, he's very wooden.
But it still feels like he's, I don't know. I was really questioning. I was going to bring this up before you said that. I was questioning, like, how long did it take them to hijack him like that? Because
the whole time.
For a good portion of this movie, he's still trying to help Katniss. He's very clearly caring about Katniss in these clips.
But how much of that is him reading the script that he's been given?
I mean, he defends her. He, like, really defends her.
Yeah, but that's what he's supposed to be doing if he's in love with her, right? Like, that's what's...
Which he is still.
Yeah.
And so I don't see how he goes from doing that
As always, the line's very blurry.
to what seems like a couple of weeks, if that. I don't know. Maybe it's longer. Maybe it's like a month.
It's more like
that
a
would
month.
Make sense.
It is more like a month. So, because they do say in the book that
it's a month. They said that actually.
It's been like 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it's September by the time that they go to rescue.
Of course, we know the specific month. What day of the week was it?
Listen, this is one of my things. If you don't know me very well,
she is incredibly precise with her dates and times to the point of pointlessness.
What's my
it was this day, this hour.
Yeah. Anyway,
that one just kind of stood out to me, and it really like.
I like your cute little theory. I don't know.
Thanks for indulging me.
Sure,
I appreciate it.
Sure, I appreciate it. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, their broadcast. PETA does the warning here.
He says they're coming for you.
I love.
He's
that.
warning us.
You'll be
that
dead
was a
by
warning.
morning.
He's warning us. That was a warning.
Great, Hamish. Thank you, Hamish.
In the books, it's more so that they really don't believe that PETA is warning them at all. They don't see anything of it.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we don't even see anything on the radar. And we kind of get a glimpse of that with Coin being like, there's nothing on the radar.
What I like about so this whole sequence, probably the other big main action sequence of the movie that our heroes are involved, not discounting the bridge shit and all that other the lumberjacks and stuff. Great sequence of the evac. We already kind of talked about like the going back for Prim and just like the dark, everybody crowded on these stairwells and stuff, and going back for Prim in the to get the cat and all. Just the lighting, that
shot,
the rain. I like what this does for Coin's character and Plutarch, as they're kind of in the command center, like figuring out what has been bombed, what isn't been bombed. Plutarch's like, maybe we need that, and she's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, Plutarch finally actually has a moment where he steps back and is like, I
you know what, you're right.
out of my depth.
yeah.
I do like how quick she is, and
great wartime leader.
Real great general type shit of just the quick thinking of, they only knew where those were because we showed it to them.
Mm-hmm. She looked excited. I remember thinking when we watched it, like, it's like she's about to start playing a video game or something.
Yeah, no, she's like, it brought her to life.
Great, my favorite game. Like,
yeah. Instead of just being this tight, withdrawn person, she really did come to life with that, and that's excellent work on Julianne Moore's part.
This might have been another budget consolidation thing, but I like too that we're just down here. We don't cut to like the outside and like see the Capitol bombing them. We don't like cut to any exterior shots. We're just stuck here, and it's like London during the Blitz, you know, and we're just down here, which is way more effective to just stay with these characters. Even when we're in the command center, all we see is the radar. You know, we don't cut to anything. Again, it feels like maybe we just didn't want to save the budget on CGI, on like filming some or getting some overhead shots or something like that, right? But it works either way. It worked out in like the favor. Very well. Yeah, and so I love this whole sequence. Amazing.
And who was Prim running down with again?
Gail.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
What were those two doing together?
So Gail saved Prim that time? I'm sorry. Gail apologist.
It's fine. He did what he was supposed to do. He got her into the bunker. It's cool.
He did what he was supposed to do. He did his job.
I will say another thing, book-wise, to further the rift. When she goes and talks to Finnick in the bunker.
Oh, I got shit to say about this.
But when she goes to talk to Finnick in the bunker, in the books, we see her see Gail. We see her.
Say it again.
See Gail seeing her.
See Gail see her.
Knowing me, knowing you. There is no way we can do.
Damn. Derailed. Anyways, she sees Gail watching her. There we go. I got it. Talk to Finnick, and he gets real broody about it. He's like clenched jaw type shit. And it's like, what the fuck are you jealous for, dude? It's just fucking Finnick. Like, he's clearly in love with Annie. Like, and he's not well.
Well, like, why are you open up to her and not him and not me?
Yeah, and like, definitely,
that's
definitely
my best friend.
Yeah, okay, well.
Yeah, it is a little baby. Go cry about it, Gail.
That just was one thing that I wanted to bring up. But also, the cat game with the light is also very.
They play with the cat?
The cat's chasing the light, and that's when Katniss goes over and is like, that's what we're doing right now.
In the books, that's a more drawn out process because they play it every night for like a week.
It's actually the main entertainment for all the people in this bunker. Yeah, they love it. They live for it.
No, that's actually great payoff. To be like, the cat has to hunt. He can only live in this area, and then it goes from that to
everyone loves Prince
Everyone
cat.
loves the cat. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though he's an asshole.
Best cats are. My cat is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. I've met some very sweet cats in my life, though. I don't know. Maybe I just get lucky.
I think every cat that is even sweet has an asshole side. My cat's the sweetest.
That's fair.
Sweet little baby boy. Doesn't even ever bring his claws out. Never goes meow like in an annoying way. So fucking sweet.
But you know he's secretly evil.
Yeah, you know, like he sees the dogs laying and is like, I know if I run up really quickly, it's going to scare the shit out of him.
That's fair. Everybody's got a little streak in them.
You know what? It's 2 a.m. Time to run the whole house.
Time to hit the ceiling.
Yeah. So every cat's got an asshole in them. But I think it's also, he's a big orange male cat, which is, you know.
What Prim's cat is, yeah.
Yeah, which is very asshole cat. That's going to be a real...
Notoriously problematic.
Yeah.
Notorious chaos bringers.
Right.
What were you going to say on Finnick?
I was, just talking about assholes being problematic. Let me dig in on this. I kind of talked about it already at the top, I'm pretty sure. But, like, just, again, this is more just Finnick being poetic in a way that I'm just, like, that just takes me out of it. What is his line here?
It takes 10 times as long to put yourself.
Yeah,
back
he
together
says
as
that.
opposed to
The other
12
one, I
years.
pull myself out of my nightmares and find no sleep. I don't know. I'm like,
I find no relief in waking up.
Shut up.
That is so true, though.
I'm so surprised by that because he was such a happy-go-lucky guy in Catching Fire.
I didn't connect with him very much. I haven't connected with him very much at all over either of these movies.
Like his like melancholy despair in this is kind of fucking hilarious. Because he's such a upbeat guy, and he's like, I wish they were dead, and I wish we were dead too.
He had one
I wish
scene.
everyone was dead.
The lack of connection to him is really aided by how much they've cut.
They don't
of his character from the book.
He had one scene in Catching Fire where we first meet him where he's kind of funny, and after that he's just in action mode. So I have however Finnick normally is, we've seen that once.
The gist.
So
of
I
Finnick,
have no. So there is no contrast.
The
for
gist
me.
of Finnick is that he is a player in the game. He has been in this game for many years. He knows how to play it.
His games were 9 years before Katniss's. Because he was the 65th and she was the 74th.
Yeah, it's all it's left out. It feels like a lot of his stuff is left out.
It's definitely left
so
out.
So I just do not he seems to be, from what I can gather, one of the most hurt by adaptation of almost any character so far, because I really do not. I like every time he talks, I'm pulled out of it.
He is
It's
fully,
true. It's true.
And like I said earlier, he's in the books. He's fully cracked to the point where he is broken. He has
conceptually,
no grip on reality in the book. Like, he is running around in a hospital gown with with just underwear on.
And you don't know Annie well, even in the book, but you do know Finnick.
Yeah,
you do know Finnick.
You know that he notoriously does not fall in love. He notoriously has like a whole list of lovers, and then for whatever reason he's in
like
love
an
with this one girl.
Astarian.
No, right. I get that. Yeah, of Baldur's Gate.
Except less
fame.
evil. Except
yes,
not
right.
not malicious.
Conceptually, I love the concept. I love the concept of a dude who is like very happy-go-lucky, very roguishly charming, and has string of broken hearts behind him.
Movie, though,
doesn't care,
which means a lot because you are a big rogue proponent.
Right? No. I played a D&D character that sounds very similar to this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I conceptually love this archetype. And then, of course, has this deep darkness and actual devotion to one specific person.
One
Love
D&D
that.
character? Sorry.
It's a bit of a It's a Han
Just one.
Solo, right? It's a Han Solo.
All of your D&D?
type.
Yeah, no, literally.
No.
Might just be me.
No.
You as a person. It's who you want to be.
So and I'm poetic like him, as you guys have already informed me.
Yeah, I'm
apparently.
gonna beat you over the head with this.
So I get it, but the movie just does not. Again, a lot of his shit sounds like it was just cut for the worse for me, because he's just does not hit for me.
And that's one point against plot to me, is our lack of connection to him, because even when we get him,
He didn't even do any cool shit with the trident.
no,
I don't even
Not
remember him
yet.
doing any
No.
cool shit in Catching Fire.
No.
I remember when this came out and there were posters of him and he had the trident, and I remember people even the name Finnicledare.
yeah, no, it's a good
Finnicledare.
name.
How
It's a
does he
strong
not
name.
have
It's
an
so
Irish
it's so
accent?
cool. He's so cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do we like this guy?
Does nothing.
Yeah.
But just like I'm talking to you, I feel like every book reader is like, oh, he's so cool. I'm like, God, I do not see it, guys. So, yeah, sorry. Number one Finnick hater, apparently.
It's not even
Surprise.
I don't know. Yeah.
He likes. He doesn't like the pretty guy.
He doesn't like the pretty guy.
Of course not.
Give me an ugly man.
Okay.
Anyway, we move on from that to we get with Snow's roses. Jesus
Merciful
Christ.
Lord.
Fuck
There's
me.
schnozzes and schnozzes and snoozes and what's-its.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
we're laid in, guys.
Ooh, thank you, Dr. Seuss. All right, yeah. So Snow's roses, Christ alive, are outside of in the crater here. Which, if the rose left behind in 12 wasn't a message, this sure as hell fucking is. Great visual. Love this. This kind of sends her into a straight up panic attack.
Yeah. Well, because she full on recalls now.
Because they're trying to direct
PTSD.
her.
Yeah.
She's like, oh,
He's
this is
gonna
a
kill PETA.
message. This is a message directly.
He's gonna kill PETA. She can't continue on with what she was supposed to say, which is really interesting. I like the portrayal of trauma here to the point where she can't even say my name, which that's like a grounding technique too.
Yeah, great.
She can't even get there.
Yeah. Well, and it's the personal, even though she was in the hospital, right, and she saw all those people die, and she was able to like immediately rally the hate to like get it going. Then now that it's PETA, it's still it's more personal than it really is. She can't get it up for that.
And as ambiguous as that first rose was in the beginning, this was not ambiguous.
No.
This was a direct message.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, okay, I can't.
To throw some laughs on it, though, we did talk about how silly it is that there's definitely a backup plane that flies
Everybody
by.
else get bombs, and
You get to bring in the flowers.
The flowers.
I imagine it is a little...
Nobody asked me why, but I also want to send flowers.
I imagine it is a little, like, crop duster biplane that, like, that goes over the thing, and it just...
Yep.
There's a little...
Shooting out roses as it goes.
No, what killed me was,
There's a little
like...
Snoopy Red Baron in it.
What killed me... My logic was, like, they must have dropped those roses all over District 13 because they clearly didn't know that that's where they come out. Otherwise, they would have targeted it and it would have been worse, you know? Like,
yeah.
so many damn roses all over.
Which, what a waste of money.
That's just goes to show how in wartime they will waste your money on roses to send a message while you're starving.
We need to power the backup generators, Mr. President. Okay, before we do that, I want you to give me all the roses you can.
Send them to this 17-year-old girl I hate.
God.
We love a petty king.
We do love a petty king. We do. Just no kings, please. No kings.
No kings.
She's like losing it in a compartment, right?
Yeah.
And Haymitch is the one person who comes.
I like the lighting here a lot.
I like the lighting here.
Yeah.
I do also like the tenderness of it.
And Haymitch starts off like, they didn't happen to give you like any medication or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Another
bro,
little laugh. We need a
bro is
little laugh
feeding.
here.
Bro is. It's not even a laugh. I think it's just a
eye roll.
It's no. I think it's more so just like a true, like, even though he is in kind of a redemptive arc, right? Like he is.
I'm still me.
Himself.
I'm still the guy.
He's still himself.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he's still an addict. He's still an alcoholic, regardless of the
It's
fact.
almost
and
reassuring.
Sometimes Katniss needs reminding that she's not the only one who's been deeply traumatized by this experience, by being a tribute.
Yeah.
Well, it
blah,
also
blah,
breaks her
blah.
out of it a little bit to where she it gets that snark out of her.
Yeah.
And that I think that was really his main point there is to try to
cuts the tension.
I do like too that I could never fully stand behind somebody who's so behind prohibition. Like I did like that. line.
Never stand behind somebody who's got
I like the
strict
way he
rules.
delivered it. It's just very good.
He would have hated her dad, Calvin Coolidge,
Jesus.
who was, for those uninformed about it, was president during Prohibition.
And every time we see
And
the
that's-
picture
that's
of
like-
the
It's just
dad,
Calvin Coolidge. is
He
what it
looks
looks
like Calvin
Mr.
Coolidge.
Everdeen.
Poor Mr. Everdeen.
That was the worst joke I've ever told. Anyway, yeah.
No, you said
So
that.
I do want to say I didn't like how exposity Haymitch does get here, though, where he's like, they already got a plan going. Here's what they're gonna do.
Well,
they're
this
gonna rescue PETA. You know, like he
this-
really sets up this last little sequence here
Yeah.
a little. It's very like the Death Star has an entrance port here. We're going to fly an X-wing through this area. You're going to have to. It's that.
Really? You think so?
A little bit. It just sets it up a little too
Is
cleanly.
it just Woody
See-
Harrelson's delivery?
Not at all. No, it's literally just like the movie it still has this last little sequence. We have to set it up somehow. I can't fault it too bad. There's no clean way to do it.
Yeah.
Especially because Katniss isn't involved whatsoever.
Well, I kind of feel like it was like, look, I'm just going to tell you what happened. We decided to do this without discussing anything with you. We don't even have to tell you, but I'm going to tell you right now because we're buds.
The juxtaposition. So the juxtaposition of it in the book, because this is pretty
close.
spot on. It's just in a hospital bed versus because she had to be sedated. The juxtaposition of him being honest versus
everyone else
keeping shit from her, only telling her as much because they think she's fragile, and Haymitch being like, look, you and I have always been assholes to each other. I'm going to be an asshole to you one more time and just tell you what the fuck I know.
Yeah.
You're the only real friend I have in here.
And at the end of the day, it's been the three of us against the Hunger Games every single time. So we're going to go get our third member of the band. They're going to go get our guy, the one that we love the most. and
they're doing it without you. Deal with it. Yeah.
And also, it's a respect thing too, because he could wait till after it was done. He could have waited.
Actually,
till after
I'm
it was
thinking
done.
about it now. I'm pretty sure at the end of that scene, he's like, they want us up there. Like they want to see us because they do end up having Katniss.
They need her as a distraction.
As a backup.
Yeah.
I don't know how early on they were aware of that.
Right. She inserts herself. She's the one that comes up with that as it happens.
inserts
So anyway,
herself.
so yeah.
Because they don't think that she's capable of doing it at first.
Yeah.
Because of the way that she lost it with the others.
So Finnick is standing there talking to the camera with 2 lights on either side of him, directly facing the camera, because that makes sense.
And I remember Cressida, best director in
Best
all
director.
of the Capitol. Not the best light operator. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
She's missing her team, her full team.
She is missing her team.
Where's the boom guy?
Oh, man.
The boom just happened, actually.
Okay, all right. So Finnick is talking, and meanwhile, Gale was one of the first people who volunteered to go do
Yeah,
this.
he and Boggs are off to go SEAL Team 6, Peeta and the gang, and the rest of the tributes out of there.
And I like how you said really early on, you were like, this doesn't seem like it's going to work.
Yeah, well, part of it is because at this point, we could kill Gale and Boggs pretty easily.
Yeah.
And it would matter. It would be like, oh, damn.
It felt like good foresight. It also felt like you were sensing, like, what are the chances they're going to pull this off? Like, why would they pull this off?
It's a lot of main character syndrome. It's like, Katniss isn't there, so, like, this, like, has every chance of going wrong to, like, motivate her for, like, this is just character stuff, that would happen. So the fact that it actually does end up sideways going okay is very...
It's like it would only be able to be pulled off if they let them, which they did.
Right, yeah. So Finnick is giving this broadcast kind of as a hack for BT to, like, disable their security systems in order for them to go full
it's his Trojan horse, basically.
It's like blocking. It's jamming
This is
their
really
signals.
good. I do like how, like, all the characters are, like, using their strengths at the same time. It's it's very Ocean's 11. It's everyone's pulling their weight in the way that they are accustomed to doing. It does go sideways though. I like the lighting here. I talked earlier. I love the red of the helmets and how dark everything is. Very fucking cool.
It does kind of the drop of them coming down. Does
so cool.
So good.
The shot of the thing like above the tower.
And it
does. The way they come down though is it's a little too well lit because we immediately went and there's the Marriott.
It's the Marriott again. Yeah, it is the Atlanta Marriott again.
It's a triggering sight.
It's just. If we hadn't gone up and down it so many times in this one movie.
Yeah.
It really goes pretty quickly from suspenseful, like, okay, this is going really well, they're in.
It's going too well.
And then you're like, wait, it's going too well. Why is there no one around? Not a soul in sight. Like, they've not met any resistance yet. And you pretty quickly are like, all right, how the fuck is this going to play out?
Yeah. Lights come on. I think they're attacked.
Yeah, you think for a minute, okay, maybe they're all just
They
dead.
start to lose the signal or whatever, but Katniss is like, put me on. Like, Snow will stick around for me because he's
obsessed
with me.
He is, though. He is.
He can't stop thinking about me.
He can't risk. She knows. And because she knows him so deeply because they've been playing this game for so long, she knows he can't risk the opportunity to gloat and play mind games with her because clearly he already has with this extravagant fucking display of roses.
We kind of talked about this last episode.
What, do you have a crush on me or something with all these roses?
My guy.
All right, sorry.
Well, it's like, no, it's great. Because I don't want to criticize Donald Sutherland, right? But I do think Snow...
God forbid.
God
Yeah,
forbid.
don't ever.
But, like, Snow is a little mustache twirling here for my taste.
He is.
The roses are fine. It's like, because that's just like a big, subtle FU. But, like, when he gets on here and he's just, like...
He's toying with her.
Just grinning at her and being like, oh, Miss Everdeen. Like, it's very... it's like old school James Bond. It's like, I've got you, my pretty. I'm like, okay.
It's the Joker monologue.
Yeah, it's like... And I get that he's becoming more and more unhinged, right? So on that level, it's like, I can kind of justify it to myself if I need to. But I do think it's a little more cartoony than it has been up to this point. Especially because... Even though he's been losing his shit progressively throughout this movie, he's kept his like cool. He's cool mad, you know. He's it's the tranquil rage that he's had.
The quiet rage.
The quiet rage, yeah. And now it's not rage, but he is just like, I've got you now.
Yeah,
like,
he knows he's a few steps ahead.
And I like it. I like a villain that's like that, right? And that does contribute to the like, oh, this is going sideways right now.
I want to draw attention to the fact that I think he is this unhinged about it, because Finnick's unhinged him.
Oh, right, because Finnick is out there.
Because Finnick is out here
at the
saying...
exact same time he's getting his dirty laundry aired out.
Yeah, and now on to our good president, Coriolanus. Whatever the fuck. Snow. Corey Snow. Such a young man when he rose to power. Such a clever one to keep it. How you must ask yourself, did he do it? One word. That's all you really need to know. Poison. Like, that's something that he has very clearly kept very close to his chest.
He was hiding that, clearly.
He's fucking hiding it with genetically engineered roses, dude. Like,
I get the point of this, but it's a little too. I haven't thought about this.
It didn't hit.
I've never once over the course of these movies have I thought about how Snow got his power.
No.
So that's why, like, again, if I'm keeping the prequels in mind, which I am not, maybe that matters, right? Maybe this speech hits. But in this context, this is just some guy. Snow is just some guy. He's the guy in power right now. There was probably a guy in power before him.
Which we know you love when it's just some guy.
Whatever. Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. Like, why was Snow's power ever in question? Why is this a scandal? Who cares, Finnick? Why is this? I get the, you know.
I mean, yeah, but that is what he was essentially doing. He was really just trying to talk and distract.
I get it. But, like, again, like, as far as backstory and lore here goes, it contributes nothing of significance in this moment as we're watching this movie now in 2013. Again, I'm sure after Songbirds and Snakes, it works fine.
I'm just kind of thinking about Trump's, like, hand and stuff in his veins. And imagine if it was, like, Trump's been, like, jacking himself up with this super juice or some shit that, like...
Yeah, right.
He's
Again,
taking
in our day and age,
steroids.
it's like,
Kinda
all
like
right,
that.
yeah, cool. Well, it's like, yeah, like Biden had a colonoscopy. All right.
Oh, Jesus.
And whatever. Who
Would
the
they
fuck
find
gives
up
a
there,
shit?
though?
Poison!
Or what did they put up there?
Help.
Ew.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like, whatever. I don't know. The Capitol is so weird. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's
but
some
is
dirty
that
shit about the
jaded?
Capitol.
Is that just because we're jaded?
Kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It probably, maybe it hit more back in the... It would hit more in an ideal Game of Thrones-esque world where, like, political intrigue mattered, but that...
Where it was supposed to hit was that, like, people who trust him, who...
Shouldn't.
Yeah. Like, have you noticed that these people have died around Snow? And it seemed like he was fine, and it seemed like he couldn't possibly be responsible for it. He was.
It's pointing
Like-
out
Right.
case after case of mysterious deaths of Snow's adversaries, or even worse, this is where it's dangerous, his allies, who had the potential to become threats.
Anyone have any, like, already existing knowledge on, like, whether or not that was done much in, like, ancient Rome?
I imagine it probably...
Caligula.
Typically...
Caligula? I don't know. Because there's a lot of, like...
Parallels and
Parallels.
stuff. Typically, it was the Praetorian Guard that would do you in. If you're a bad emperor, like, your boys would be like, we need a new boss.
Well,
Like,
Brutus.
that was...
Et
Yeah.
tu, Brute?
Yeah, et tu, Brute.
Those
you
were
know.
knives.
I just think after, like after Seneca, right? Going all the way back to Seneca, like, Seneca was more or less publicly...
Well, actually, wait a minute.
Executed.
Executed.
That was sending a message.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, all right, so again, it's like the message has already been sent. Like, if you're a Capitol guy, you're at parties, you're like, whatever happened to Seneca Crane? Oh, Snow.
No,
like,
but
made it
duh.
terrible.
Like, all that shit happened and it panned out. But what happened to Snow's ally who...
Secretary of State.
Yeah,
2 years
Secretary
ago
of
or whatever the
State
hell.
who-
Oh,
just
wasn't he? Was
mysteriously
it? What happened
died.
to his best friend from last week?
Yeah, what happened to his best friend?
Yeah. His very best fucking friend.
What did he do to his best... 3? You've killed 3 people? I'm sorry.
Oh, and there's a hanging tree involved?
I know we're meeting his furry cousin next week or something, or in the next movie, so I'll wait for
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
Jesus. Why did you
Sister.
Sorry.
Cousin.
Cousin, I think you're right.
Cousin.
I
Yeah, I
kind of
think you're
know what
right.
I'm
His
talking
cousin.
about. Anyway.
Oh my God, are you a Hunger Games expert?
He's crazy.
Finnick there!
Credentials pending.
Anyway, sorry, that was a weird detour to take, but again.
No, but I
just-
think that just being out in the open, because nobody could confirm it before now, right?
Sure.
Like all of it's whispered, all of it's and multiple people have different story, like different versions of the story, right? Like nobody has the real story except him, allegedly, because anybody who had the real story dies, and then Finnick's out here saying it to anybody who can hear.
So that rattled him.
I
Yeah.
guess it's for the Capitol's benefit. If you're a regular district guy, you're like, I don't need to 20 other reasons to hate
Well,
it.
because
Yeah.
like and all of the
it's for his friends to question.
Right. That's
and all of the projections of him that we've seen of like him to the public, he comes off as a very benevolent leader. So to have that stripped
Hands
away
off.
too,
Yeah.
and show that he really is just leading by fear, that I think also it takes away the power of it.
Because even the Capitol is not seeing. They're not seeing what's happening
Right,
in
well,
districts
yeah,
in detail.
Yeah.
They didn't see the bombings.
It's rebranding him more so for the Capitol people than anyone
Yeah.
else. I get, in addition to also just being like,
Which
the
are
way
the people that can get to him. Like
And
they
it's
can
like-
all storm.
And it's like, I don't
Yeah.
care
The
about
mansion,
any
yeah.
of these district people dying, but our people die?
Sure.
No, no.
There you go. There you go.
Because any of the Capitol people, if they get wise enough, can take over for him.
How dare you kill a Capitol person? They're an actual human.
Yikes.
Yeah. Anyway, so he wins this exchange with Kat, this verbal exchange anyway, and she breaks the fuck down in Haymitch's arms. Great. Again, another just great. In contrast to the last one, where I felt like her weepiness and her like little breakdowns were a little, I don't know.
Your misogyny? No, kidding.
Yeah, last episode I was really misogynistic, and I just want to. I'll never apologize. I'm just kidding. But or it's better in this one. This breakdown was, I like this one a lot, where she's just repeating. What did she say?
Did I lose them both?
Did I lose them both? Yep.
Did I lose them both? I think she said it too many times personally, but it was
She
good.
can't do it right. She just can't. Maybe she, she sucks.
Yeah, fuck Jennifer Lawrence out of nowhere. Fuck that bitch. She's too quirky.
Whoa. She has a little sit down with Coin here. Does a nice single tear.
No, it was a dual.
Dual tear. Yeah, it's really nice and quiet. And this is a good moment for Coin to like gain her kind of trust and sympathy and
It's still telling
you know.
her more of who she is, because she says people like us, meaning that they tend to be the ones on the front lines. They tend to be the ones wanting to do the things. They want to be on the ground.
Coin, I think, as we're talking about it, and as I kind of know where it's going with her, she is kind of a dark. She's what Katniss will become without PETA, right? Because
Yeah,
that is
100%.
that is it
100%,
is very
I
much
agree.
there, but for the grace of
Untempered
God go I type
vengeance
character.
and
Yeah, because she lost her whole family. She is like, if you have nothing left to lose, you don't have a cause anymore. You're just left with vengeance, and that is what Katniss is now really right now in danger of having losing, is like any semblance of a cause. But unfortunately, apparently the plan goes through because they all come back. Joanna, PETA, and
Bald Joanna.
Annie. Yeah, Bald Joanna. I don't like Joanna. I'm just gonna say it. I didn't.
Jenna Malone?
I didn't really like her last movie. I just find her a little over the top and like, I'm so cool. I'm so mean. I'm like, all right, whatever.
You'd love her in real life.
Yeah, you absolutely
I'm
would.
sure. Okay.
There's no
Big
shot you
simp
don't.
for Joanna.
Yeah, exactly. Be fucking for real.
I'm sure.
Be
like,
honest.
I'm sure, but like, she just growls at him. I'm like, all right, okay, down,
And
girl.
you loved the elevator scene. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you
That's
did love
fine.
that.
But after that, when she's in the games, and she's just like, I'm so mad. I'm helping.
I hate everyone.
Yeah. Shut up.
Everyone's so stupid.
Do you
Fuck
just not like her
Snow.
because that's how you are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little too real.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Too real.
I'm helping, but I'm mad about it.
Yeah.
I'm helping, but I'm mad about it.
Yeah.
We meet Annie, who I also don't really give a shit about.
I really want to stress here the lack of connection to Annie via Finnick. And I also want to stress here the lack of connection to Boggs, because, again, he is her personal bodyguard, basically, in
Princess
in the
Diaries
books.
esque.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
He's a
this
great
is
character.
Joe. She's waking up to Joe, who saved her, and Joe has gone into battle to save her lover and volunteered, because it was volunteer only,
He's a
right?
good guy. Yeah.
Yeah, just it's very like,
He does a lot with what he is allowed to do.
yeah, absolutely. He does a great job. There's no points
No
against
notes.
his performance. It's really plot where I'm dinging here for him, because I want to love him. I do love him with the little that we have of him, but there's so much more depth there that we just did not get.
There is. It's a shame, and especially when you already went the extra mile of separating it into movies.
Yeah, you had time.
Yeah,
Especially in this one where we didn't do anything.
Yeah, there's plenty of things. I don't know exactly what I would cut in favor of Boggs's connection with her,
or Finnick stuff,
or
whatever.
Finnick stuff either.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what I would cut, but there's definitely things that might have been condensed.
It's those quiet scenes. It's those quiet
those
nature scenes and stuff
moments.
like that. Yeah, it's like, unfortunately.
The pandering to the love triangle really could have been less,
But unfortunately, it was written as a big part of the plot.
It's just of her not knowing what she wanted, and that's true.
And that's marketing. And
it could have not even been necessary for the whole book.
I really think if you lift the love triangle out of this whole thing, you're left with probably a better
piece of literature.
literature
absolutely.
overall. Yeah,
Absolutely.
and that is a sign of the times thing. That is a, like we needed a Twilight to
Which is
to get
maybe
this thing
what we're
sold.
experiencing now with current fantasy.
With the dominance of romance and stuff in order to sell.
Yeah, and the lower quality writing, and the writing that feels like what you were saying, kind of like you're in a medieval situation and someone says, "Oh shit," or whatever.
I went on a rant to Ashley about Fourth Wing because there's a character. It's a high fantasy novel or whatever, but they're talking.
He's not read it, by the way. I just read a passage.
She read a passage, but it took me out immediately because the character was like, "Holy shit," or something like that, and I'm like, "Well, a medieval person would not say holy shit." So this world, how?
Yeah, he wanted brogue.
But it's interesting because I'm reading some of those books and I'm like, wow, this is such a good, bad book. Like, this is great.
Because it has the tropes
they're
you
using
love.
these themes.
Yeah.
They actually did get, they pulled one over on me with that little, plot twist or whatever. But then I'm like, oh, but, the gratuitous sex and, the...
Right. But why else would you buy it? That's what hooks you in
different...
for a lot of these.
It's
for
interesting.
sure.
Yeah, the evolution of it.
We've doubled down on, almost, I don't want to say the worst, but, the least interesting aspects of YA.
I mean, isn't it interesting that that's the main thing?
It's
that
not
we're
really even
seeing
YA.
when it comes to books. It's not YA.
Yeah, it's fucking adult shit.
Romantasy.
But it's for us who grew up with this era of YA. We're the target
but
audience.
do we blame Wattpad more for that than we do?
It's both. It's
yeah.
It's,
you know what I mean? Because these are Wattpad writers who
all started out as Wattpad.
Became
it's just like 50 Shades of Grey. Started out as a Twilight fan fiction.
But am I actually very happy that there's a whole bunch of people reading fucking fantasy shit and it's pretty mainstream? Yes, I am.
Genre.
Yeah, I love that shit. I love that there's more of
I can't
dragons.
say I love fantasy being mainstream.
No, I do.
I don't love all these little...
I don't know how actual fantasy it is my...
Granted, some of them I'm like...
but it's interesting
I like
that's
the books,
what
but
you
I'm not
see.
in your fandom.
I'm not seeing... I haven't seen another good series. I don't know. The Poppy Wars?
Yeah.
I don't know. A series that's been written recently that...
is on the same level as the Romanticides and stuff.
Yeah, that's in terms of fame, in terms of how well it's known. I don't know anything other than the
or even Hunger Games. There's nothing in this. This is kind of a dead genre.
What's our current day Hunger Games?
Mm-hmm. And
definitely not ACOTAR. Nothing against ACOTAR, and I think that's a great point on the Wattpad. There was such a market for it. People wanted it, and they got it. But it's all I'm hearing about.
Yeah.
I think Fourth Wing's a lot. It's not as similar as it is, just writer-wise, to the ACOTAR SJM world. Fourth Wing is much more revolutionary, and I think that's definitely more.
You mean
Hunger Games.
rebellion?
I hear people
style?
love it. Or
Not
they
revolutionary
hate
in the sense of
changing.
Rebellion.
No, yeah. No, I mean
revolution.
like starting a revolution.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Should make sure we're using the word correctly.
No, we are. It's just making sure everybody else got the context. Yeah. No, I think Fourth Wing is more on par with your modern day Hunger Games.
I don't think any of this works though without the foundation of Hunger Games.
Correct.
Of
I agree.
Twilight.
Yes.
Of Harry Potter.
Yeah, it absolutely
You know what I
paves the
mean?
way. All of those pave a way for this.
Unfortunately, especially Twilight.
Yes, absolutely. I on it probably the most influential.
The triangle of Twilight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's an influence on this. It's like these things all bleed into each other in a really interesting. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess really what we're getting right now too. I'm like, what's modern day's Hunger Games? The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Because it's coming back a little bit.
We're just bringing it back.
But I don't know what kids are reading. I know what our age group is reading and what we're...
No, kids are reading it. My niece is
Okay.
Well, it's second cousin, not a niece.
Gotcha.
But she's 9. She just read all of them.
Cool.
Oh,
Okay.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so we're wrapping up here. Sorry for that. Sorry. We said this series wouldn't be 70% book club, but sometimes it is.
My bad.
It's fine. It's fine.
My bad.
That was mine too.
We do get a reunion with Peeta and the gang here at the end.
I like that we have Haymitch and Jen and Katniss come in together.
Yeah.
Jennifer, your good friend.
Yeah,
My good friend, Jen.
Yeah, love her. Can't wait to have her on the pod.
Whoa, guys, I'm Jennifer Lawrence.
Whoa, hey Jennifer.
Hey man, how's it going?
I'm just a normal person.
I'm so quirky and normal.
She is though, man.
Oh man. I do love the behind the scene shot of Peeta's just like skeleton neck, bro. I really do think they did like a reverse.
The rigidness of
The
which he
chin.
sat up
Yeah.
is so chilling.
It's very creepy.
I like that we have, and in the juxtaposition of that like weird sit up versus the like very like sweet tinny like almost like
it's not
music
Peeta.
box music.
It's not Peeta, yeah.
Where it's like the music doesn't tell you that it's not
The
That's
music's
not
gonna go
like,
well.
yeah, something's happening.
It's very
Like,
it's very 28 Days Later type just freaking out on him, which is really cool.
and he just kind of stares for a while, which like
it's kind of
dog-
like a cat.
yeah.
I wanted the movie.
Like
Bro
you
is
got
haunted
scared. Yeah,
as
think about it. When you're
fuck.
scared, like, oh, you're suddenly scared, and it's like, I gotta just attack. I've gotta just put my arms around her neck and squeeze.
Yeah.
Like,
And she's not even
production.
bothering to
Effects.
fight back.
But she
either.
can't bring herself. It's Peeta.
Yeah.
yeah, couldn't
Yeah.
bring herself.
Because
to.
she's shocked. Absolutely
and shocked. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
This was not what I was
And
expecting.
Haymitch not being able to really do anything effective either because he's also equally as shocked.
Yeah.
And I do like this, as much as I spoke to the lack of connection of Boggs, again, with just how well he really sells it here, is he just takes the nearest fucking tray and
Yeah.
knocks the fuck out of him.
I wanted the movie to end there. I really thought that it probably would
It did shut you up for it.
And then
didn't
imagine
too.
it cutting to like
It would-
dun,
the
dun,
credits.
Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun,
yeah.
dun, dun.
No, I was like, if I'm in the theater and that happens, I'm
Yeah.
like, holy shit, this is what a way to end this
Now
movie.
you get to wait a year for the next half.
And, you know,
Yeah.
and of course, I've read the books, I know where it's going, I guess. But like, it would have been a stupid ending for this type of franchise movie, for it to end on like a horror movie type, bonk, and it just cuts to black. But it was really cool because it does like sit in that black for like a good beat before she wakes up.
It does breathe through it, yeah.
And they explain the hijacking, brainwashing, where she's programmed to be his. It's almost like Batman Scarecrow type stuff.
Which is so much more meaningful after you've read the prequels.
Okay.
Because you learn more about hijacking.
We learn about hijacking here from Beatty and
Plutarch.
Plutarch.
Yeah.
Which
But-
is a thing. It is a thing that happens. People get brainwashed this way.
I do like, though, in the book more so than I do in this. And this is another point against plot and maybe production. Prim, to show just how much she has grown up as well. She's in the hospital room with Katniss. Plutarch kind of tries to get Prim to leave the hospital room. She says, no, if you force me to leave, I'll go directly to surgery and tell my mother everything that's happened. And I warn you, she doesn't think much of a game maker calling the shot on Katniss's life, especially when you've taken such poor care of her.
Ooh.
Like,
Sassy.
Prim being...
I'll tell my mom on you.
Yeah. But
That does, hearing you read that does make me think of your little sister doing
Yeah.
it, which is like, really warms the heart. Like,
yeah, no,
It
that's
is,
exactly
yeah.
what I envisioned was my little sister doing that and just being like, listen, yeah, you want to fuck with her kids and find out who
Yeah,
she becomes.
someone who
because
doesn't normally
that is a
do
you
that.
problem at
Uh-huh.
that point. It is out of our hands when we tell our mom.
Yeah,
Like,
that's my fucking sister.
like, dog, I might be small, I might not be able to do anything to you, but check out my mom.
I'm gonna go tell my mom on you. Literally.
Yeah, no.
She'll fall into a coma on you. Don't you?
She'll go catatonic.
She'll go fucking catatonic.
I don't think she knows what catatonic means. I think she thinks that's something threatening.
But I do
Oh,
like
no.
that in the book more than I do.
It's not. Yeah, I like that she
I
has a
get that
moment.
it's cut for brevity. I get,
Yeah.
I get it. But whatever.
We close out on Coin's little speech here, which I think is kind of.
It's a little on the nose.
It's again, she's just kind of propagandizing, which is kind of the theme of this whole movie, you know. So like, I mean, it ends in a way that makes sense for the themes this one is hitting on.
For my theory, though, you being the one person that matters, like who you are as a person matters, and what you bring to the table matters. For PETA, the best thing that they could use against Katniss is him not being himself, and him being.
It was a
used
brilliant
against her.
move by the Capitol.
Yeah, and I think this also
to return him to her.
He
in
will
this broken
never
state.
be the same.
Yeah.
Your PETA is gone, and it's not even like he's dead. It's worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are things worse than death.
And
I
that's
wish
what
we were dead.
That's what the Hunger Games is always fucking doing. There's are things worse than death.
Yeah. I don't like this ending shot, though, just in terms of how it sets up what is, I assume, going to be like the final battle, where it does just end with her, as you said, Ash, with PETA in a bed going crazy in front of a garage door.
Yeah, it does literally look like a garage door.
I will
in front
say,
of the garage, yeah.
Because of how haunting it was, and like how it should have ended, and just like the first time shock of seeing it for the first time as a kid, it like that was a very powerful scene to me back then. And then this time watching it, being like, that's shot in front of a fucking garage door, guys. Like those are garage door windows.
Garage-like door.
At least, yeah.
And why is that particular hospital room so fucking large? Like everybody else's is so cramped and small. We're in a bunker where things are like no space is extra.
I don't think it's the room she went into before.
No,
No,
definitely
it's
not.
a different room that's
Definitely not.
specifically meant to look creepy and disturbing. Like, okay. And a garage.
And to make him just the starkness of the white versus how
It's a great-
how
yeah.
bruised and battered he is, and him just like thrashing around in it.
It's a great visual, but I don't like it to end the movie on just in the way that
It's
like
so hopeless.
which I get. It kind of has to be.
Yeah,
it
because you gotta tear him down and build him back up.
It just doesn't end on a we're about to fuck shit up kind of ending that you I guess want it to. But maybe that's kind of the point, is that we're back at the bottom basically, and I don't know. I'll see how I feel depending on how the next one opens up as to how I really feel while this one ends. But so far, I'm like,
Oh, it opens up like it.
Okay.
Like
Like
it
it's
ended.
just continuing.
Yeah.
that's good. We'll come back to it when we come back to it. In the meantime, let's wrap this one up, because that is the Mockingjay Part 1, The War Awakens, or
Plot,
whatever you
performance,
call it.
production.
Yeah, plot, production, performance. Let's get through these as quickly as possible, because we are so many hours into this marathon of series already. Ashley, plot.
3.
Really? Okay.
The book versus the movie. In the first 2, excellent, and I understood the brevity. This one, I don't understand the brevity of some of the things, especially when you already split it into 2 movies and you had extra time. You basically have a 4-hour thing.
You have so much time.
You have so much time. I think that they made good use of it in the sense of like for production wise, but I'll get to it in production. But plot wise, you got nothing. I really think the lack of connection and for the things that they did take out really subtracted from the story as a whole.
Yeah. Addie?
I'd be a little more lenient. I think that overall, this part of the book is really important for the overall plot. And having rewatched it, if you'd asked me before, I probably would have said something different. But having rewatched it, it is a full movie in itself. Like
it is.
Sure.
Stuff happens,
Absolutely.
and I think it serves a purpose. I'd give it like a 4. Not like crazy, but yeah, I'd give it a 4.
I'm sitting probably at 3.5, somewhere in between y'all, where it is a very good movie where nothing happens, is what it feels like to me. But it is a very entertaining nothing. I like the character work that's going on. The stuff that they've left out, I don't miss all that much. I don't think I'd miss it that much. Maybe I would if I'd actually read them, but I don't think it cuts any. Seems to have all the important elements in there. That being said, it is still just a lot of talking. I don't know. I'll have to really wait until the next one to see if it justifies itself as a part 1 to me. If it justifies itself as 2 movies.
Okay.
I'm eager to find that out.
Yeah,
the most.
if you think nothing happened in this movie, have you seen The Deathly Hallows Part 1?
True, right. That's the thing. It's like
True.
it's a trend of the time that I'm still very so-so about.
Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. All right. What are we at? Let's do production.
I'm going to go 4.5.
Yeah.
I think my half on production really is going to go to just, there's always something you can do better. There were a few moments where I was too taken out by the Atlanta Marriott.
Yeah, half a point for the Atlanta Marriott.
Yeah, but really, other than that, like excellent work, excellent shots. I was very struck by a lot of the imagery in this movie. A lot of even the music is haunting in the way that it's supposed to be. The lighting.
I love the choral music in this.
Yeah. The lighting is done well, as for as dark of a movie as it is, and done in a way where I don't feel like I am underground the whole time, right? Like I know that I'm underground, but I don't feel like I'm underground.
It's a great point.
I do enjoy that. I did really love just the sets. I do like that we've got some very good like rubble. The shot of that skull was so awful when she stepped on that skull. I really like that.
I would hate Jennifer Lawrence to step on my skull.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. So yeah, 4.5.
I agree a lot. I'm gonna give it like a 4.2 because yeah, I get really specific with my numbers.
Okay, go ahead.
Because the wigs drive me crazy.
Ooh, I will say my other part of that half is the wigs. The wigs were awful.
They drive me crazy.
Her what? Because does she have a 4-head? Does she have a 5-head? I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I get it. You know, Jennifer Lawrence had different hair colors. In the first one, she had brown hair. Pretty sure that was her hair in the first one.
I think.
Probably.
I think so.
Couldn't afford wigs back then.
I don't know. I keep thinking about the shot in District 12 of the road. It's kind of just one set. It's kind of just one set.
Where they revisit that, the rubble. Yeah, you're right.
And it's like they don't even zoom in certain parts and show like
if we hadn't
where
gone
people
there,
were doing things. Like it could be more meaningful, and it seems very static to me. Like it's like
and that's where we had Liam.
It looks fake.
Tell not show.
If we went there for twice for the same reason. It's a very it's two scenes
of the same shot.
Near identical.
Of the same shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
It was good, but could be a lot better. It also didn't look like 10,000 people. I don't know. I was imagining a more open road. Like, I was imagining the road outside of the...
It doesn't look like what we saw in the other two movies. Like, I can't tie the District 12 we saw in this one to the other.
It is
really
very detached.
Yeah. I'll stick at 4.5 too for a lot of those same reasons. But cinematically, this one has been the best so far.
Absolutely.
And again, nothing's happening.
No.
And that's great. Like, the only reason this one is so good is because it is so visually stimulating. I've already talked about the aesthetics. I love that we're moving forward into more of a sci-fi aesthetic with this one. It has a great just visual identity with the costumes, with the effects, with the tech. The music is really great. I do. They differentiate the Atlanta Marriott to the best of their ability. But so yeah, the only things that do lose out on me are the kind of the repetitive sets, which does feel like a budget consolidation thing. Katniss's wigs and the trailer visuals for the little propaganda piece. So, but those are
that was bad too.
Those are really bad. Yeah. So again, this is really a series again and again where I'm like, everything is so good. So the stuff that is kind of bad or lazy or just kind of meh really stands out.
Exactly.
By contrast. So 4.5. Finally, performance.
I'm gonna go 4. There's a lot of people here who brought it up. Boggs being one, Effie being another. Katniss for sure, really selling this. Plutarch, absolutely. And then you have Gale bringing it down.
I brought it down a whole point.
All
the way down under.
All the way down under.
Yeah, it's not just him. There's a few like Cressida is a little rough. Finnick is all. I do agree with you to a certain extent, especially given how much more it could have been.
Just the context we lose.
The context we lose is in Finnick. There's just a little bit to be desired for how haunting this, how tragically beautiful, or beautifully tragic, as well as haunting this movie could have been. And maybe that's just to keep it a PG-13. Maybe that's just to keep it, for the kids.
An R-rated Hunger Games would be really
cool.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it would hit hard. Just a 4 for that.
Performance. It's a tough one. Do you guys think there's a Hunger Games accent?
And
Finnick, Coin, Cressida, maybe occasionally Effie. It's like this.
I think it's a regional thing.
Yeah, I think it's a regional thing too, and it's probably just these
each
actors
district has their own.
And it's like this thick enunciation. It's like the Hunger
The
Games.
transatlantic.
The Hunger Games.
Little
Yeah, I
bit.
kind of see what you
Like,
mean. Yeah.
Like Cressida going, until I up and left. Just
mean,
like
it's a lot of
this
Brits.
fullness of like saying the words.
I think it's just British people doing like a very generic American.
And I think so too, and it annoys me. So, and
We're cutting off a couple of points.
you know what? J-Law does a great job. Gale is so bad. Liam Hemsworth, especially after discussing it, like, so bad. Mm-hmm. And what a flop to like cast.
It's one of those
Cast
where
the
like
main-
if the script was in front of you, you'd be like, oh wow, what an interesting monologue
this
this
will
is.
mean a lot.
Oh yeah, and then I'm like, what is this?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So I 3.8.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think just because like what you're saying, some things are like, they're so good, but then other things are so bad that they just like.
Well, like we're so connected to like Pollux and we're so connected to Cressida, which they have very little.
I know.
Doing so little.
I just can't
Yeah.
decide how much of that was them acting and how much of it was. I don't know. I'll give it a full 4. I'll give it a full 4.
I didn't mean to make it go
Yeah.
up.
No, it's okay. I'll give it a full 4. Like, because you're right. I mean, Pollux's acting is really good in this, and there's a lot of good face acting, hand acting.
Yeah, we talked about Julianne Moore has a great like clinch early in the movie. Where
Yeah.
she's,
Yeah, I was more impressed than I wasn't, but there are some things that really just give me the ick with it.
I'll stick there too with 4. I think, especially given, as we've kind of talked about, where we end up losing a lot of context for time and constraints and stuff. It's like, okay, like if Gale's scene is not going to be good because of the performance, then we need to cut that down, replace that with a scene with a better actor. Give me more Finnick since his actor's better. You know what I mean?
But then we'd have to admit that we made a mistake.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Who knows? Right. There's at that point you've dug the hole, so it is what it is, and you're stuck with the performances you're stuck with, which are for the most part really great. We add Mahershala Ali, we add Julianne Moore, we add Natalie Dormer and our boy Foggy. We add all these really great actors, which is a thing I really like about this. I love that we just get great actors who have these kind of supporting roles. I think it's something that really elevates this series beyond just a YA flash in the pan 2010s fad. But yeah, Liam alone might bring it down a point or so.
It's really bad, I think, too, because he
As his role gets bigger.
his role is getting bigger. His role is infinitely bigger just on percentage of time, right?
Yeah.
And then he's supposed to be more relatable.
Yeah, as his role gets bigger, we should like him more. That's how characters work. And it's the
And
opposite.
somehow
yeah.
I'm more turned off.
Yeah, thinking about that face he makes through the whole movie, it kind of pisses me off.
He always looks like he smelled something bad.
Yeah, he's always kind of got this,
Which
like,
maybe people smelled bad, but like, get it together, dude.
I'll knock a couple points off to be fair and go in the other direction for Donald Sutherland's mustache twirling at the end.
Yeah.
I think that is a little over the top towards the end. That
Okay.
feels like a step outside of the character
It's slightly deranged.
he's done
too.
so far. Yeah.
Donald's job in this whole movie was like very easy. He was in like one room the whole time.
Yeah.
Just
I liked it.
say a couple sentences.
I like him on the
Make
big
$1 million.
screen. I love him on the big screen cheesing at her as he gets one over on her. But that's not the Snow we've seen so far, so it just takes me out of it a little bit. Liam takes me out of it way more. So let's take us out of this fucking episode as we wrap up Mockingjay. I almost said part 2. Part 1. That's the show, you guys. We are finally next time, hopefully concluding the Hunger Games series with Mockingjay Part 2. Addie, you'll be back to wrap this up with us. That'd be
Will I?
crazy if you just
Will
left.
Bro, what?
God willing.
And the creek don't rise. Find us on our socials. We are at Podcast of Critics on Instagram and
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky. We are also on TikTok as Podcast of Critics 1.
Yep. And that is it, I think. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
About the kitchen sink.
Yep. And as always, I've been
Lost that
Ashley.
in the bombing.
Jesus.
I'm Garrett.
And I'm Addie. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Thank you and good
Good night.
night.